have advanced to the second round. I'm Terry Long, and alongside David Polk this evening is Billy Wallace, unable to make the trip with us. But David, welcome to the booth, first of all, but it should be a great matchup. Two good football teams going at it.
Oh, it's a great night for football, too. The weather's good. The wind's right. It's about 60 degrees. Booker T is, of course, coming into play. They're 11-0, and they've got something to prove. And because they didn't get to they didn't bring that gold ball home last year. Ardmore has something to prove because they felt like that they could have last year. So it's going to be a mighty battle on the field tonight, and it looks like it's going to be fun.
A little bit of a revenge factor, as you said, coming from the Tigers. These kids played them a couple of years ago, eliminated them. The Hornets eliminated the Tigers in the first round at home a couple of years back. So this is the first time they've come to Tulsa. It's a long trip for them. But I know the Tigers got on the road early this afternoon. They stopped in Stroud and had a nice meal, and they're ready to play. From looking at them warming up, they look focused and fired up.
They are as focused a team as I've seen this year. And of course, when you've got again, we've talked about it all year, the 11 seniors on defense and several on offense, it makes a difference from team leadership. And so they have come on a mission, and they're ready to do the things they need to do. And so it's going to be fun tonight here at S.E. Williams Stadium because they do have a pound of flesh that they feel like they need to pick up.
Also joining us this evening is Mike McGowan down on the sideline. And Mike, how are you this evening? Well, we're having some technical difficulties with Mike, and we'll get him taken care of in just a moment. But let's take a quick time out. We'll send it back to the studio to hear from some of our fine sponsors. We'll be back with the Barry Boker Allstate Insurance starting lineups after this on KKAJ. Yes, sir. 2 minutes. Mike, I can't hear it. Yeah, that's fine. I can't. Mike, you need to put on the, go ahead and turn on or change the battery in that microphone.
Charles Thompson's doing sideline for a sports animal.
Yeah, Craig Humphrey's upstairs.
Yeah, I went up and talked to him a little bit.
You need some binoculars?
No. Do you have another lineup for us?
Huh?
Do you have another roster for us?
Yeah.
I can peek at?
Where we at, Phil?
35 next.
Okay.
36. Other than 38. 38.
Man, he's just hot, firecracker. Give me the countdown. And welcome back to S.E. Williams Stadium in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Terry Long alongside David Polk. And this is the Barry Boker Allstate Insurance starting lineups for the Washington Hornets this evening. Starting at quarterback number 7, Kenneth McClellan, a 5'11", 175-pound senior. He'll be wearing number 7. At tailback, number 5, Keith Marshall, 5'7", 160-pound senior. Also at the halfback position, DeMarco Ousley, 6'2", 185-pound senior. The flanker, Quentin Chaney, number 19, a Division I prospect for OU. He is 6'6", 210 pounds, senior, and just a great-looking wide receiver. I saw him warming up before the game, David, and it's going to be interesting to watch him and McClellan match up.
Just a lot of talent there.
A lot
Good
of
speed.
Breon Garrett, the tight end, 6'2", 181 pounds, junior, number 8. Rashad Pittman, number 61, a 6'2", 220-pound junior at the tackle. At the guard, Mike Davis, 6'2", 270. Center is Trace Chuck Major Ball this evening, number 1, a quarterback, 5'10", 165 pounds. A fullback, Virgil Harmon, wearing number 2, 6 foot 245 senior. At tight end, Warren Blackman, number 3. And also Zelto Anderson, number 4 this evening, 6'3", 195-pound senior. Edward Nelson will be in also at the tight end position, off and on in wide receiver, along with Roy Roberts will be in the backfield at the tailback position, number 19. Also for the Tigers on the line, Stuart Hoffman, number 51. Keaton Wells, 5'9", 180-pound offensive line. Gene Cormier, 5'11", 185 pounds. Chris Hopper, number 66, a 5'9", 240-pound senior, along with Tommy Fitzgerald, number 72, 6'3", 210 pounds. And that is your Barry Boker All-State Insurance starting lineups for the offense. The Spirit Lines are forming as the Tiger fans are out in force. Made the long trip from Tulsa, and a good showing on the other side of the field for the Ardmore Tigers, David.
A lot of folks have made that 3-hour drive here to S.C. Williams Stadium to come and see the Tigers play and to support them, and that's really good for our kids to be able to see that. While we were doing the starting lineup, we've had the coin toss, Terry, and Ardmore won the toss. Looked like they deferred. They will be kicking from the right side of the field, I guess what would be the east side of the field, kicking west. Here at the S.C. Williams Stadium, the way it looks. So that's the way we're going to start the game. And again, you see the fans across the way. They're up on their feet and clapping and encouraging our guys. And it's going to be a good night for football.
A lot of people made the trip. It's a great evening temperature-wise. It's in the 50s, mid-50s, maybe drop a little bit more than that as the evening goes on. But good football weather. The guys won't get too hot. I don't think we'll see a lot of crimping this evening.
No, not tonight. In fact, it'll be chilly for the folks on the sideline before the evening's over, as that cold front's supposed to push through. And I know Coach Lloyd told the boys today, the players today, to bring everything you've got because we don't know whether it will be cold or warm or exactly what it's going to be. So they've come prepared to play a game, and they're ready to go.
Should be a great matchup for you. We're going to have it right here next as the Ardmore Tigers are in Tulsa to take on the Washington Hornets. We're back after this on KKJ. Back when you can, Phil. And welcome back to S.C. Williams Stadium, the home of the Booker T. Washington Hornets, as the Booker T. Washington Marching Band have just played the national anthem here, and the ROTC unit here has done a great job of presenting the colors. We're minutes away from the Town and Country Pest Control kickoff, and David, looking over last week's game with the Guthrie Blue Jays, you know, Ardmore 276 yards of total offense. And really last week the weather played a huge factor in the football game. A lot of turnovers, the ball hit the ground quite a bit. I don't think we'll see that tonight.
No, I don't think we will. Again, the conditions here are really good. I was down on the field a little bit ago. The grass is cut short. It's well manicured. It's a runner's football field. And, of course, when you got the folks that Booker T. Washington has had for years, you'd expect the field to be that kind of field. But, you know, one thing of interest is a little bit ago, the Guthrie Blue Jays football team showed up on the other side of the field to wonder in and watch tonight's ball game, and I thought that was pretty cool that they've driven to Tulsa to watch what I think will be one of the better games in the state.
Well, this is touted as one of the best, the premier game of the evening across the state of Oklahoma, as the Hornets ranked #1, the Tigers ranked #4 in the state, have been most of the year. It hasn't changed much either way, and I think that the Tigers, with that one loss to Lon Mack, I mean, that's what's turned the polls. But I think that both these teams should match up very well, and it should be a great football game for us.
I think so too. And when you talk about the kind of game it is amongst the state, you know, I guess I can say this new to the booth, but the sports animal has wandered up to Tulsa tonight to broadcast this game all over the state of Oklahoma, particularly amongst the Tulsa area and the Ardmore, Oklahoma City area. So that's the kind of publicity and press we've gotten from the game tonight. I fully expect it to be a great fun. As we get ready to start this first half of play, Ardmore already on the field. Matt Polk teeing the ball up. Booker T kind of hanging out on the sidelines, waiting to get out there and kind of being urged right now by the officials to come on, let's play football, and something both these teams have waited for the whole week.
And Mike McGowan with the sideline. And Mike, how are you this evening? What do you expect? What kind of game do you think we'll see?
I'm going to tell you, I've seen a lot of good athletes on both sides of the field tonight, and it's looking like this is going to be a ball game to remember.
I think you're absolutely right. And that is the sideline brought to you by the Valero Refinery. And we appreciate Mike McGowan stepping in for that. And we'll look forward to hearing more from him as the game progresses this evening. We're just about underway as Matt Polk tees it up on the 40-yard line. And the Hornets are in position back deep. Back deep is number 6 for the Hornets. That's going to be Jamel Jones. He's standing at his own 10-yard line. As Matt Polk gets ready to kick, and the Town & Country Pest Control kickoff as this game is underway. A short kick at the 20. Trying to come around the right side, and he is not going to make anything as he's going to be brought down at the 5-yard line. Number 5, the ball carrier, that's Keith Marshall. As he brought it in, the Hornets going to start there 1st and 10.
Well, they kept it deep right over there. Really what they were trying to do is keep it away from the speed guy in the back and to make them work down. Not a lot of wind tonight, and there's great coverage there by Ardmore. Roy Roberts, I think, was kind of even hanging out down there with him on that. They've changed things a little bit, and so they're ready to go.
Ken McClellan, number 7, the quarterback, comes up under center. He's got a single back in the backfield. He's got 1 receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Man in motion. It's a handoff up the middle to the tailback. And Ardmore stuffs him at the line. It'll be a gain of maybe a yard. That's going to be number 5, Keith Marshall, the ball carrier.
Yeah.
2nd down and 9.
Marshall on the carry there. You had Brad Downing, Zach Weaver get up in the middle there and kind of clog it up. The front line did a really good job of taking care of it there to put him down with really just a 1-yard gain on the first play from scrimmage.
Quentin Chaney, the star receiver for the Hornets, out to the left side. He's got 2 men in the slot, 1 to the right, lone back in the backfield. McClellan takes the snap from under center. He's looking to throw. He's going to get head penetration from the Tigers, but he gets away and he throws it over the middle, but it's high and over the head of the intended receiver, Zelto Anderson, with great coverage that time in the middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. It'll make it 3rd down and 9 for the Hornets.
Yeah, that time he just came across the middle. Again, Zelto had great coverage on him there. The ball was a little overthrown. Don't have the number on that gentleman. Actually, that's DeMacho Owsley was the receiver out on that play, but really didn't have a chance to make the completion.
And Owsley, one of the startings for the Hornets. A little bit different formation in the shotgun. McClellan with a back to his left. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. And there's going to be flag and movement on the field as McClellan gets upset, throws the ball down, and you know that's going to go against him.
The whole left side of the line there kind of moved on that one. Getting ready to get back into that pass defense. You know, they were really pretty anxious there for what they were going to see.
Offside or false start on the Hornets, as that'll back them up 5. It'll make it 3rd down and 14. Mark the ball at the 11-yard line. Make it the 12. And so far, the Ardmore defense doing exactly what it wants to do, stop the Hornets in their tracks. McClellan comes under center. 1 receiver to the right, 3 to the left, or 3 to the right. 1 man in motion to the left. Takes the snap, hands it off to the tailback up the middle, and he's going to get stacked up at the line of scrimmage as 5 of the Tigers get in there. He's still struggling. He's going to gain about 3, maybe 4 yards. Get it back to almost the 15-yard line, the original line of scrimmage. It'll make it 4th down and 10, though. That'll bring up the punting situation for the Hornets.
Oh, man, Scotty Williams and Virgil Harmon. You had Brad Downing in there along with Zach Weaver. They just kind of clogged up the outside as well. TJ Lightsey in on that, too.
Back to punt. Standing on his own 3-yard line. It's going to be number 32. That's Kirk Jones. Takes a low snap off the ground. It bounces. He gets the kick away. Back deep. Roberts catches it at the midfield stripe. Falls forward up to about the 45-yard line. That's where they'll mark it, just shy of that. In Hornet territory, so a good punt, but from where he was kicking it, it's going to be good field position no matter what.
Well, it goes into the books as a 35-yard punt, but really from where he was standing, again, about a yard deep in the end zone, to have it out to the 45 was pretty good. Then Roy Roberts, as he caught that ball, he was stumbling a little forward, or we might have had a bigger gain there than we did.
Drew McAdoo comes under center for the Tigers. He's got 1 lone back in the backfield, and now there's movement from the Tigers on the right side. And that's not the way the Tigers want to start this offensive set, with a false start.
No, Sutherland just back, and he just got off just a little bit quick there. And, you know, if you're going to do it, we talked about this before, you might as well do it right, as he kind of fired off the line there. He's just ready to play ball.
Coming right off the set. McAdoo hadn't even been over yet to start making any calls. So. As they break huddle, McAdoo under center, lone back, Harmon in the backfield. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hand off to Harmon up the middle. No, McAdoo pulls it out and rolls to the right at the 40, 35. And he's going to be driven out of bounds at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a nice run. It'll be good for the 1st down. Mark it there, 1st and 10 from the 30 for the Tigers.
Again, McAdoo is something we've just seen the last 2 or 3 weeks. Drew McAdoo there is showing his running skills just a little bit better. He fakes up the middle to Roy Roberts. Of course, Roberts is a very talented running back, 1,200 yards, and then Drew just scampers out the right side, 15 yards and 1st down.
Well, McAdoo does such a good job of selling that fake up the middle. As now he's got an I formation. Roberts dots the I. Zelto in the Anderson in the slot. Hands off to Roberts. Up the right side, off the tackle. He's going to hit the pile. He's still moving it. Moves the pile a yard or 2. Mark it at the 28. It'll be a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8 for the Tigers as they start the drive.
Well, that time they just collapsed in the middle on him. The entire defense just broke down in the middle on him. You really couldn't say any one of them tackled him, but even with that, he got hit really at the line of scrimmage and was still able to go a couple of yards into the Booker T defensive backfield.
Got a good spot, make it a gain of 3 as it's 2nd down and 7 now. Gresham over to the right side. Now they're switching everybody around. McAdoo doesn't like what he sees. Moves and hands it off to Harmon. No, he keeps it and rolls forward. Oh, that was Harmon. He did go ahead and pass it, as McAdoo did a great job of selling that too. Like he was still going to keep it. Gain of 4. Mark it there. It'll be 2nd down or 3rd down and about 3 yards. They'll mark it at the 18-yard line.
Virgil Harmon that time takes the ball and again gets up 3.5 yards there. If you can get 3.5 or 4 every play, well, we're going to have 1st downs all night. But Virgil is such a talented runner, and his legs, he just got such strength. He'll be fun to watch all night.
Virgil Harmon, pro set as McAdoo takes the snap, hands off to Roberts, cuts back up inside, barrels it across the 25 and gets down to the 23-yard line. Really the line of scrimmage, as it'll be no gain.
Maybe a half a yard there or something. You know, we that time the right defensive side made a little bit of penetration into the backfield for the Ardmore Tigers, and it wasn't a place for Roy to cut up. But we're 4th and 2 and going for it.
Now McAdoo under center, high formation. Tigers want to go for it.
Have a flag on the field. We'll have to see what it is. It came from the back judge. I don't know if they're going to call too much time or exactly what they're doing. The Tigers are saying it's against Booker T.
Somebody lined up in the neutral zone.
Well, that flag came from the back judge. So I think maybe we may have too many men on the field here. We're looking at it.
Well, the coach not happy either, as he's...
That is an illegal substitution, I believe. There is what they had. They probably broke the huddle with 12 men, and again, that came from the back judge. That's what you'd indicate there. But it gives Ardmore a first down.
First and 10 as the Tigers now with excellent field position in the red zone and a costly penalty of the Booker T Hornets. Mark the ball at about the 16-yard line. 17-yard line. McAdoo's under center. Harmon in the backfield. Pulls it out on a fake handoff. Flag on the play as McAdoo was chased down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 2.
That came from the umpire, so it'll be kind of interesting to see here. Got a little illegal shift there, I believe is what they're going to call. It's going to back us up 5 if they decide to take it.
Illegal shift against the Tigers. And they're going to decline that and take the result of the play. It'll be 2nd down and 12. Maybe, well, about 14 as they
yes, it will.
Place that ball marker. Mark the ball at the 20, about the 21-yard line. Tigers want to get out of this with some points. McAdoo back, rolls back, screen pass over the middle. He hits Roberts, and he gets up to the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5.
Yeah, that was actually into Virgil Harmon Jr. there. He got the 5-6 yards back that they lost. It'll be a 3rd down now and about 8. That time Harmon he's just a step away from breaking a big one there on that screen up the middle.
Now Roberts goes off to the sideline. Gresham comes in. Zelto Anderson out to the left side. One man in the slot. McAdoo rolls to his left. Cuts back up inside as he's caught right as he made the cut. Thought he saw the opening, but the hole closed quickly as number 27, Adrian Bradley, comes up and makes a nice tackle against McAdoo.
Well, that was a play that looked like it was supposed to come across the middle to T.J. Lightsey, and as T.J. got about to the hash marks, he kind of tripped there, and Drew had no place to go at that point except to turn it upfield.
Loss of 3, mark it at the 18-yard line, 4th down, as the Tigers are going to go for it. McAdoo in the shotgun, Harmon to his right, 3 receivers over the right side. McAdoo rolls to his right, launches it downfield, nobody there as he was going to the end zone. Zelto Anderson stopped running. It was a missed call on the play. One turned in, one turned out.
Yeah, I think Zelto went in, and Drew was going deep to the corner there, hoping that he would go out. And it's not all that bad. We've had our first possession, got all the jitters and the bugs out, and we still have them inside their 20, starting their second possession.
And it showed that we could move the football.
Yes.
So now, as you said, the ball on the 18, 1st and 10. The Booker T Hornets now. McClellan under center. Little Mr. Trap play. Ball's on the ground. Fumble. And the Tigers recover.
That time T.J. Lightsey just all over that to give it back to the Tigers at the 27-yard line.
As the McClellan handed off up the middle to number 5. And now it's going to be Keith Marshall, and he unable to hold on to it. The ball comes shooting out. Lightsey falls on it, and the Tigers recover So that'll be a huge break. 1st and 10 for the Tigers from the 27-yard line.
Great discipline there for Lightsey, too. You know, your thought process might be, I want to pick that up and run with it, but Lightsey takes care of business first and realizes he can give the ball to the Ardmore on the 27.
McAdoo comes under center. He's got 3 out to the right side, 1 to the Harmon with the pitch over the right side, and he jumps a pile and gets a gain of 3. Mark it at the 25-yard line, or just cross the 25. It'll be 2nd down and about 7.
Real close there again to breaking that. If they keep blocking the way they are, the tackles were moving, everybody was going the way they needed to. Roy Robertson, again, just a step away from making something big happen.
McAdoo comes out from the sideline with the play. As he comes up to the line of scrimmage, I formation. Roberts dots the I. Zelto Anderson in motion to the right side. Hand off to Harmon. Up, breaks through at the 10 or 15 as he is almost to the last line of defense of the Hornets, because there wasn't nobody. If that safety hadn't made the tackle, that was number 8. Breon Garrett made the tackle.
I'm just not really sure they've seen anybody with the leg strength that Virgil Harmon has up the middle. Again, you talk so much about Roy Roberts that sometimes people don't realize the different ways that Ardmore can hurt you. Just one man away from breaking that. We're 1st down and 10, man. We're going to go score here. 4:42 left in the first half, first quarter.
No score. Terry Long alongside David Polk with Mike McGowan on the sideline this evening. Thanks for joining us as we are just underway, and the Tigers threatening to score. McAdoo back to pass. He throws a fade to Grisham in the end zone, and it's almost caught. Good coverage that time by the Hornets.
Pass was there. It was ready. It just Jermaine just couldn't haul that one down. You know, speaking of the Valero sideline report, Mike McGowan, what's it like down there on the sideline?
Well, we've got those technical difficulties with Mike again. But we'll have to get those fixed and get that back to him.
Yeah. And we'll break the huddle here, 2nd and 10.
McAdoo under center, I formation. Roberts dots it. Anderson in motion to the left. There's the snap. Hand off to Roberts at the left side. He breaks through the line of scrimmage, gets his way down to the 10, maybe the 9-yard line. It'll be a gain of 3, and then make it 3rd down and about 7 for the Tigers.
And right now the Tigers are just lining up and pretty much running smash mouth football. That's what they said they wanted to do. They wanted to take it to him, and Roy said, just give me the ball. I want to hit someone.
And that's exactly right. Coach Lloyd during the Tiger talk said he wants to run it right up the middle, and thought his guys could do it. And in order to do that, you have to control the line of scrimmage. Yes,
you do. Great group of kids on the front line tonight, and they'll make holes for him.
Pro set. McAdoo under center. Runs into Roberts, but decides to keep it. Throws a screen out to the right side. Harmon, touchdown Tigers. Virgil Harmon just wide open over in the right side on the flat, and brings it in and gets it into the end zone.
And really what you'd call a busted play there. Drew McAdoo or Roy Roberts meet each other about 6 yards deep in the end zone, in the backfield. They hit each other, and all of a sudden there's Virgil Harmon over the right-hand side, and we've got 6 on the board with Matt Polk coming in for the extra point.
Matt comes in, they mark it at the, he'll tee it up from the 10. As this will be an extra point. At 3:32 in the first, the Tigers go up. Kick is up, and good. That's going to make it 7-0 as the Tigers are the first to strike. We're back after this on 95.7 KKAJ. Williams Stadium as our score 7-0. The Tigers up at 3:32 in the first period on an 18-yard pass from Drew McAdoo to Virgil Harmon, who was wide open, really on a busted play. David, is that? I mean, he was. There was nobody over there. I think everybody collapsed on that. What should look like was going to be a running play.
Gave Virgil an opportunity to clear out and do some good things there. That was a 5-play, 45-yard plane drive.
As Matt Pope kicks off over to the right side, it hits at the 25, and it's caught, runs out of bounds. Mark it at about the 29-yard line. That's where the Hornets will take over, 1st and 10. That scoring summary brought to you by the Southern Oklahoma Technology Center. SOTC, Southern Oklahoma's technology leader, as the Town and Country Pest Control kickoff is going to be about a 31-yard, about 33 yards with a 2-yard return.
Yeah, something like that. They're running a little pooch kick thing tonight, again, to try to keep it away from their talented return men. And again, a pretty potent offense there. 5 plays, and they scored in 45 yards, and kind of caught some folks off guard.
Remember, that comes after a turnover from the Hornets on a fumble, as Marshall takes it over the right side, tries to get outside, hits the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, and he's going all the way to the house as he gets to the 10-5, touchdown Hornets.
And again, a quick offense. They've got some great options coming on the outside. You know, at the end of the day, they're going to put 6 points on the board, but at the 40-yard line on our side of the field, Zelto Anderson was quite wrapped up by the wide receiver there, and it kind of allowed him to open up and score.
Well, and Marshall, with a handoff, got around that outside and turned the corner, and when he did, he was gone.
This is one of those things where you got to step up and make sure you keep the momentum in the right place, and as quickly as it swung one way, it's back to the other.
And the Hornets doing the kicking, number 32, Kirk Jones. He will attempt the extra point.
They don't have enough men on the field here. He's trying to get somebody out there. There's 18 seconds left on the play clock. Doing everything they can at this point to get someone out there.
As the clock continues to run, and they get the extra man out there. A good call, good heads-up football by the kicker as he noticed that somebody was coming in untouched. Kick is up, and good. Make our score 7-7 as the Hornets answer quickly.
Yes, they do.
We're back after this on 95.7 KKAJ. Up here.
Right.
So, I lose him as soon as he gets down on the field. Mike, we're going to have to just, you're going to have to come up here, and we're going to have to try to do the Valero sideline from up here. That microphone is not reaching all the way down to the sideline. I don't know if it's those cheap batteries or what. Phil, back when you can. To S.E. Williams Stadium's Terry Long alongside David Polk, along with Mike McGowan this evening, as the Hornets return with a touchdown after a one-play 71-yard run by Marshall from the scrimmage at 3:14 left in the first period. 7-7 our score as the Hornets get ready to kick off. Kirk Jones kicking from the 40, kicks it deep. And back deep is Harmon. It's going to go into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Yeah, that was just 4 or 5 yards in the end zone. It kind of takes away your ability to run the ball back. Wind moving a little from left to right here, not much, but the Tigers are going to pick up the ball at the 20. And we'll just have to go another 80 yards and score again.
7-7 your score. And we've got a great football game going right now. The team's evenly matched. Both defenses feeling each other out, or feeling the offenses out, and vice versa.
This will be the first time Ardmore started on their side of the field with a possession.
McAdoo under center, I formation. Anderson in motion to the right. Hand off to Roberts over the right side. He's going to spin a little bit. Yeah, we got a flag on the play, I believe.
Something going on there.
As they blew the play dead right as he hit the line of scrimmage.
I didn't see where the flag came from. We'll have to watch the official there. They're going to have a procedure penalty against Ardmore.
False start against Ardmore. That'll back them up 5. Mark it at the 15 now. 1st and 15, so not the direction the Tigers want to go.
No, it's not. Roy Roberts going over the right side then looked like he might have had some options. Again, the play killed pretty quick.
18 left on the play clock as McAdoo comes in from the sideline. So far, McAdoo staying under center pretty much all night. I formation. Roberts dots it. Anderson in motion to the right. Back to pass. McAdoo goes deep to Anderson, and Anderson brings it in at the 50. And what a great catch by Zelto Anderson as he catches it at midfield, and a huge, huge pass.
My goodness, you start 15, 35-yard reception down the middle of the field there. Zelto Anderson, who wasn't sure what he would be doing tonight besides defense. He's got that cast on his right hand, bringing in a tremendous catch there to give Ardmore great field position at what is going to be the 49-yard line in Booker T's territory.
Laid out and just brought it in. Wasn't sure if he had possession when he hit the ground, but he did as the referee comes up, marks it. And that's where the Tigers are now in Booker T territory, so they didn't stay in their own territory very long. I formation, 2 receivers out to the right side. McAdoo to Roberts over the right side, breaks through, hits the 45, and that's where he'll be brought down. It'll be a gain of 5, mark it there. 2nd down and 5 for the Tigers.
That was again just a quick burst over the right-hand side by Roy, and they've gone right with Roy most of the night, and they better be careful. They'll come back to the left. And, you know, that last play, Terry, great pass there by Drew McAdoo. He stepped back, he stayed in the pocket, he waited for Zelto to open over the middle and delivered a perfect pass.
It looked like Zelto's the only man downfield. There wasn't nobody else. And he was under double coverage. McAdoo just threw it over the defenders' heads, and the only person that was going to catch that was Zelto Anderson. I formation. Anderson in the slot, Gresham out to the left side. McAdoo looks to throw over the middle, hits Gresham, and it's tipped up and almost intercepted as Gresham unable to hang on to it at the 30-yard line. But incomplete pass, and it'll be 3rd down and 5.
Then at the end, Breon Garrett just back there, just nearly makes a circus interception. The ball goes over the middle. Jermaine just not able to bring it in, but tipped it up. And, you know, I watched in the pregame. They worked a whole lot on that tip drill. You know, they were ready for that. It nearly paid off for them.
As Jermaine Gresham hit his shoulder pads, and the ball went straight up. McAdoo breaks the huddle, comes under center. Offset eye. Snap straight to Gresham. Gresham launches it down the left side. Intended receiver. It's intercepted at the 10 or at the 5-yard line as the intended receiver.
A little bit of a trick play there, just down the field. The intended receiver again was Nelson. He is able to bring him down at the 5-yard line. However, there is a flag at the 45. I think we're probably going to add 15 this to bring it out to the 20 as the Tigers got a little unhappy with that play.
As Jermaine Gresham launched it just as soon as he got the snap, and Edward Nelson was downfield under coverage, but the ball overthrown, and the interception brought in by D'Amato Alfred, I believe.
We'll see what happens here on this play to see exactly what they're going to do. We haven't got any kind of official word as to what we're going to have by way of penalty. He's looking to see. I'm not sure we're going to. They're going to mark it off against the Booker T folks and bring it back to the 2-yard line.
Be a pushing.
There was a push in the back after the interception had been made, so we backed them up to the 2-yard line here.
As the Hornets now trapped back deep in their own territory. Hand off to Marshall up the middle, and he's going to barrel his way forward. It'll be a gain of 3. Mark it at the 7-yard line. They'll be 2nd down and about 6.
And Marshall just picking up and doing the things he needs to do there. You know, again, they're punching some holes right now in our defensive line. The Tigers, though, are great at doing the things they need to do to adjust as they step up here for a 2nd, about 6.
Up the middle, and he breaks through one tackle and gets up to the 20. That's number 1, Reginald Young, as he carries it straight up the middle and up the gut, gain of about 12. Mark it at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 Hornets.
Again, he's listed 6'4", 240 pounds. He's a fullback. He's a lot like our Virgil Harmon, and that time he just busted it up the middle, gained a 1st down.
McClellan under under center, offset I. Pitch out to the left side as number 14, who I don't have on my roster, gets around to the outside, doesn't gain much. Maybe a gain of 2, marking at the 22-yard line.
He was met there by our own number 14, Zach Weaver, and I believe that was Michael Tate on the carry there. And Zach Weaver met him and just dropped him for a 1-yard gain to make it 2nd and 9.
That's Camacho Ousley, number 84. McClellan under center. Pitch out to the right side. Little out pass there is a quick shot to Ousley, and it's incomplete. It'll make it 3rd down.
Yeah, he did.
About 6. Did he catch it?
He did catch that pass. That was just a quick out. What happened was he came underneath center. The quarterback looked out and had nobody on Ousley on the outside and made a quick throw. Had he been a little more on target, they'd had several more yards.
As the McClellan I formation. Pitch to Marshall over the left side. He tries to cut back inside, and he's going to be wrapped up by Brad Downing. As Downing makes a great tackle in the open field there. And then got some assistance from the rest of the Tigers, but it'll be a loss of a yard. Mark it there. It'll be 4th down and 7.
Scotty Williams just stepped up there. He opened up a huge hole, gave Downing an opportunity to get in the backfield, and once you get Brad Downing in the backfield to any football team, he's going to create a little havoc, and that's what he did right there.
Quickly go to Mike McGowan on the sideline. And Mike, what are your thoughts? Kicks it from the 10-yard line. It's a nice high spiral. Roy Roberts lets it go over his head. It hits it at the 25, bounces back up to the 30. And that's where the Hornets will down at 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
As a return, and Jones just waited a count, maybe 2 before he punted it, and really gave his coverage team an opportunity to get down and keep Roy from doing something with it.
And a 42-yard punt for Kirk Jones and the Hornets. McAdoo under center, I formation. Man in motion to the left. Pitch to Roberts. Roberts over the left side. He tries to cut out. Doesn't quite get there as number 27, Adrian Bradley of the Hornets, shoots the gap and makes a nice tackle in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3. Make it 2nd down and 12 for the Tigers.
Again, that's one of those plays where a defensive lineman just opened up a hole and gave a linebacker an opportunity to make some problems for Roberts there. We just need to make sure we close those gaps in there and give Roy an opportunity to get to the outside.
The time of possession is definitely going to go to the Tigers for the first period as the Tigers come up. Pro formation, McAdoo under center. Rolls to his right and keeps it. He's got blockers in front. Crosses the 30, gets up to the 35. It'll be a nice run and a gain of about 7 as they mark it at the 35-yard line.
Leaves us about 4.5 for a 1st down. As you were talking about time of possession there, that first quarter ended with Ardmore with just straight up 8 minutes in possession to Booker T. Washington's 4 minutes, yet we ended that first quarter all tied.
Well, and that's what happens as Coach Tiger talk. I mean, this is a big, they go for that long shot or cutbacks and try to put it to you that way and rely on their defenses. The Tigers come under, McAdoo under center. He keeps it, cuts back up inside, nowhere. As the Hornets collapse on him, looked like the same play. It was going to be a little rollout and a sweep to the left. But McAdoo cut back up the middle, and there he's stuffed. It'll be no gain. Mark it at the 35, 4th down and 4 for the Tigers.
Jared Howell again after that will be on the punt. He hadn't punted in a while, and what a good job he's done this year. And again, the right side of the line just collapsed in for Booker T and made that happen.
And Howell standing on his own 21-yard line. It's a high snap, and he's going to barely get it away as it's almost blocked. But he does get the kick away. It's caught at the 35 and gets back up to the 37-yard line. Good coverage by the Tigers as Marshall caught it. But now we have roughing the kicker against the Hornets.
What a great job Jared Howell did in staying with that. The snap was over his head. He goes back and gets it. He decides whether he's going to run or not, but he didn't really show to try to run. Gets off a great punt and just gets slobbered pretty good, snockered up pretty good there by a Booker T. Washington guy, and we're going to end up with a first down out of this and keep the ball.
Another huge, costly mistake for the Hornets, as the roughing the kicker will give them the first down. Like you said, but if they're going to make the mistakes, we'll take advantage of it.
Absolutely, and again, that was just a mental mistake for them. This is a big one that they're taking off on him. Going to give him a 15-yard penalty here. It's going to get Ardmore into Booker T's territory, and it's going to be an opportunity for us to keep on and go score.
Mark it at the 49-yard line in Booker T. Washington territory. 7-7 our score. 9:34 left in the first half, as the Tigers and the Hornets are all tied up. Terry Long alongside David Polk. Thanks for joining us. Drew McAdoo under center, I formation. Hands off to Harmon. Now he pulls it back out, keeps it. McAdoo at the 40, 35, and barrels his way up to the 32-yard line. So he sold that fake to Virgil Harmon. The defense collapsed, and another huge run for Drew McAdoo.
And what a great job of covering the ball up as he started getting into the secondary and realized that they were coming, and just did exactly what they tried to do, is knock the ball out to strip him. And Drew put both hands around the ball and says, "You're not going to take it from me." And great run there for us.
First and 10 after a 13-yard run by McAdoo. They'll mark it at the 31-yard line in Hornet territory. Two receivers out to the left side. Hand off to Harmon over the left side, and he bounces off at the 25, 20, 15, or 10, and he's going to get knocked down right at the 5-yard line. So a huge run by Virgil Harmon as he bounced off of tacklers and ran over a couple of people.
He has such great vision for a big man, and he's got such heart. Again, he hits the middle. He's not going to go anywhere. He bounces outside. He's got the presence of mind to use his blockers downfield, and picked up about 18 yards there, 19 yards to bring it down to first and goal at the 5.
As the Hornets now back on their heels as the Ardmore Tigers threatening to score. First and goal from the 5-yard line. McAdoo under center. Calls a timeout. Didn't like what he saw. We'll take one as well. We're back after this with more Tiger football on 95.7 KKAJ. And welcome back to S.E. Williams Stadium. 7-7 our score as the Tigers threatening to score first and goal from their own 5-yard line. And we appreciate you joining us this evening as the Tigers come out from the sideline. I formation, McAdoo under center. Hands it off to Roberts over the left side. He's going to get stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Nice ankle tackle by the Hornets. Maybe a loss of a half a yard. Mark it there. It'll be second down in about 5.5.
Boy, I tell you what, it just looks like they've got a spy on him. They're just watching Roy go everywhere Roy goes, and that guy has been on every tackle with Roy so far tonight. Hadn't really had a whole lot of options, to get out and rumble.
I think that's Keith Marshall, the tailback, as he's got about as much speed as Roberts and able to keep up with him. Pro set. Anderson in motion to the right. McAdoo looks to throw. He rolls to the right, throws it in the end zone, and almost caught. Anderson falls as it's thrown just to the outside and out of his reach. It'll be incomplete. Third down and goal.
Just couldn't quite get to it there. Great roll out there by Drew McAdoo to save some time, make some time, and just couldn't connect on that pass. It sure was pretty.
Anderson was open too. It was just like you said, he was thrown a little bit too far to the right, out of his reach. Anderson ran a great route, got open, but it is incomplete. So it'll be third down and goal from the 6-yard line after a costly penalty.
Yes.
From the Hornets on a roughing the kicker, gave the Tigers first down, and then the Tigers have driven it down into the red zone. Stack the right side with 3 receivers. Pitch to Harmon. Throw back over to the left side. Oh, and it's going to be hit just as the ball's caught. In a great defensive effort by number 27. He hit Adrian Bradley
He hit McAdoo pretty good there on that outside. The ball and the player and McAdoo all hit at the same time. So, you know, here we are, 4th and 6th as Matt Polk comes on. Boy, that was nearly one of those plays that scored us 6.
Not what you want to see, but great defensive play by the Hornets as he timed that perfectly and hit right as the ball got there, so it wasn't interference, and he gave McAdoo a shot at the same time.
Yes, he did.
Matt Polk to do the kicking. They mark it at the 13. The kick is up. And good. Mark it for 3 as that'll make it 10-7 as Matt Polk gets back on track after missing a couple.
He missed one last week. Yeah, it was a rough week last week. And
the wind and the weather.
Done some things, I think, this week to correct some things that helps him put it down the middle a little bit more. And, you know, that's what you need to do. You got to score every time in a playoff game. You really need to try to score every time you touch the ball. And 3 points is puts us up 10-7.
Well, the Tigers capitalize on the turnover. We're back after this. 95.7 KKJ. As the Tigers lead it 10-7 with 7:34 left in the first half, and David, they were saying how many plays was that?
That was a 10-play drive, you know, from deep in, probably helped by that roughing the punter penalty there as 10-play drive, good for 3 points, 23-yard field goal again by Matt Polk, and it looks like they'll come deep right again on this kick.
As Matt tees it up, and you're absolutely right, the Town and Country Pest Control is caught. Kickoff is caught at the 20, make it at the 18, and he gets up to the 20, and then he loses his footing at the 23-yard line, and he's upset with himself.
Well, he kind of tried to do a dipsy-doodle there to get around somebody, and I think he faked himself out just a little bit as he stepped on the sideline, and we end up getting them deep in their territory again around the 23, 24-yard line.
That was number 20, Jeff McAllister, for the Hornets, as now the Hornets take over. 1st and 10. McClellan comes up under center. Got 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. McClellan rolls to his left and cuts back up the middle. Hits it at the 30, gets up to the 32 before the Tigers, Brad Downing and Braden Pollard, make the stop in the open field.
9-yard run there. Kind of looked again like it was a busted play. He came left and folks were going right, and he wasn't sure what he needed to do there, and he was able to find a hole and sneak up for 8 yards.
Got stacked up by his own players. You're absolutely right. David is now the same formation, 2 to the left, 2 to the right, and 1 lone back. Hands it off this time to the tailback. He gets across the 35 up to the 38-yard line. That's number 44.
Michael Tate.
So first time we've seen him this evening, but a big young man, as he is 6'4", 240 pounds.
He's listed as a tight end or a defensive end, but he sure is playing in the backfield right now.
And that's where he's going to stay, as Marshall is moved out into the slot in the flank. McClellan hands it off to Marshall over the right as he come in motion on the end around, and he's going to get stacked up in the backfield. There'll be a loss of 4.
And once again, Brad Downing, he gets into the backfield and he just plays havoc with anybody who's watching as he got him for a 4-yard loss there. Great defensive play by Brad. He is always in the middle of everything.
Marshall came in motion to the right, and they handed it off directly to him as he passed behind the quarterback on that end around. And now, trying to spread the defense with 3 to the left and 2 to the right. McClellan looks to throw. He throws it out to Marshall in the flat. And read perfectly by Brad Downing. As you said, he's in every play. He's going to get hit. Marshall gets hit right as he catches the football. They'll mark it at the 33-yard line. And it's going to be 3rd down and about 15.
Just a little bit of a loss there. And man, they're going with no huddle here.
As almost same formation to the other side. McClellan looks to throw. He's under pressure. Now he looks to run, and he's still under. Gets away and now he's at the 30. Hits to the 35 as Downing comes up and makes a huge hit. along with number 30.
Juwan McGee, again, stepped up in there with Downing and helped him out on that. And, man, one of the things that have been taking place tonight is, if you'll notice, Roy Roberts is everywhere where Cheney is.
Mark it there as they mark it at the 35-yard line. 4th down and 13, a punting situation. And now, back deep, Roy Roberts standing at his own 25-yard line as Kirk Jones getting ready to kick off or punt for the Hornets. So low snap. He does get the kick away as there's no rush. Nice high spiral. And Roberts calls a fair catch, then lets it go over his head. It hits at the 25, rolls to the 20, 15, and all the way down to the 10-yard line. It takes a huge Hornet roll.
Yeah, that time Roy had several Hornets around him. Chose to give that fair catch sign to kind of clear some space. Hope they'd let it alone, but the Hornets got a great bounce there, 12, 14 more yards down the field.
Well, and that happens, but it's either that or you run the risk of dropping it with 5 Hornets around you, and you don't want to do that either.
Oh, no.
At that point,
it's too important. 4:40 left here in the second quarter. You'd rather start first and 10.
As that's exactly what the Tigers are going to do from their own 10-yard line. So the Tigers have not had great field position ever since the first possession, but they've been able to capitalize.
Great offensive play they've had so far this evening.
McAdoo under center, I formation. Gresham out to the left. McAdoo looks to throw. He goes deep to Gresham on the left side, and he's under double coverage. Looked like a little push there, but no flag as Gresham unable to get to it.
Again, one of those plays where Gresham's going to catch it or nobody's going to catch it. It's far enough down the field that McAdoo makes a pass there that's not going to be intercepted. Right side of the field, Zelto kind of opened. They didn't double down on him this time. They went with Gresham.
They read that as the quarterback was looking left the entire time, and they doubled down on Gresham and left Zelto not by himself, but man on man. And he was open. Incomplete, 2nd down and 10. McAdoo under center. Harmon's back in the backfield with him, and now man in motion to the right. Handed off to Harmon over the left side as he breaks one tackle and falls forward. It'll be a gain of 4. It'll be 3rd down and about 6 from the 14.
Little misdirection there. Everybody going right, and they sent Virgil left. And again, Virgil picked up 4 yards, 4.5 yards there. Brings up a big 3rd and 6. Virgil was just a shoestring away from another big gain.
As now an important down right here is the Tigers want to eat up the rest of the clock for this half. They need to get this 1st down and keep this drive alive. 4:02 and the clock continues to run in the second half, or the second period. McAdoo under center, pro set. Rolls to his right, looks to throw over the middle, and almost caught at the 30. Intended receiver.
Great stretch there by
Drew Blackman, or Warren Blackman.
Warren Blackman there stretching across the middle, nearly gets to it. Drew again backs into the pocket, waits, lets him clear, throws it where he can only catch it. We come in with another punt here as they set up a big 4th down punt here for Jared Howe.
Great job that time by the offensive line and giving Drew McAdoo the protection he needs. Standing from his own goal line as he gets the punt away. And it goes all the way to the 45 in Hornet territory. It's caught there by Marshall at the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Hornet. As the coverage broke down, the wall got set up to the left side.
No flags I see on the field.
No flags on the field.
Sure should have been one right about the 50-yard line as 2 of our guys just absolutely got hit pretty squarely in the back there, but doesn't make any difference. It scores 13-10 on the scoreboard.
13-10 and 3:30 left in the second period of play as
Zelto Anderson took a pretty significant hit there at the 50, and again, that's the 2nd time on a big play that Zelto's kind of been gathered up and allowed him to get outside and go score.
And now Kirk Jones looking to kick for the Hornets. The kick is up and good. Makes our score 14-10. We're back after this. 95.7 KKAJ. as the Ardmore Tigers allow a 55-yard punt return from Keith Marshall. And let's send it down to the sidelines with Mike McGowan in the Valero sideline report. And Mike, you were saying I saw you looking like you wanted to throw that flag yourself there.
Hey Terry, I was trying to tear my back pocket off, grabbing for a flag. There were two Tigers that were wiped out, it looked like, over on your side of the field. From behind, I sure looked like it from over here.
Well, and hopefully we'll get some calls that way later on as the ball game continues. But yeah, I think David Polk, you saw the clip.
Yeah, I saw it too.
David, you were an official. What did you see?
I saw a block in the back is what I saw. 14-10, and again, Booker T having a hard through they're going to give it to, and hopefully we have an opportunity for a run back here.
Back deep is Virgil Harmon for the Tigers, along with Roy Roberts. And Edward Nelson. The kick is up. Town and Country Pest Control kickoff goes deep into the end zone, and there'll be no return as they'll mark it up there. Touch back at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Ardmore Tigers.
Yeah, you put Ardmore on the 20-yard line again, 80 yards to go, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Lots of things can happen pretty quickly, and I think that's what we'll see here. You never can tell what's going to go on over there, but they've just been a shoestring away a couple of times for big plays, and it's about our time to get one.
14-10, like I said, on that punt return. 55 yards from Marshall for the Hornets. That summary brought to you by the Southern Oklahoma Technology Center, SOTC, Southern Oklahoma's technology leader. As the Tigers break huddle, McAdoo comes under center, I formation. Grisham out to the left. Hands it off to Harmon up the middle. Harmon rolls up a couple of yards, mark it there, 2nd down and 8. As they're the Tigers using Virgil Harmon a lot more tonight than we saw last week against Guthrie.
Well, I think it's one of those things where Virgil, they'll key on Virgil for a while, and if they'll just continue to key on him, then we'll see Roy going down the sidelines in just a little bit as they can't figure out who to guard.
McAdoo under center. Grisham to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Harmon over the left side as he barrels his way and keeps his feet moving and gains 4. Mark it at the 26-yard line. 3rd down and 3 for the Tigers.
Another one of those plays where Virgil just hits the line and makes things happen with that big body that he's got. He steps up there and he punishes folks every time he touches the ball. Again, as he's a 245 fullback going up the middle.
McAdoo under center. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. McAdoo keeps it, and he's stuffed at the line. It'll be no gain as the Hornets defense stacks the line of scrimmage and stops McAdoo in his tracks.
Going to be bring up another big 4th down as Jared Howell comes in to punt. And really, guys, a great punt he had just a little bit ago. It was one of those deals where when you get a little help there, it's kind of difficult to shut those guys down. But we'll see what they do with the ball as they punt to Marshall this time.
Marshall back deep for the Hornets, standing at his own 40-yard line and backing up. The punt is away. The line drive punt, it hits at the 30, at the 40, and Marshall fields it off the bounce. He cuts back up again. He's at the 50, 40, 30, 20, and again he's going to bring it all the way back for a touchdown as the Tigers special teams coverage on the right side had just collapsed.
Just again, another one of those set up the wall, did everything he needed to do. I think they relaxed a little bit there as the ball bounced, and Marshall saw his wall set up and he went to take it. And a pretty significant change in momentum here in the first half as we go towards the end of the 2nd quarter.
As that punt return, like you said, really it looked like the Tigers got a little lax as they came down, and when they saw the ball hit the ground, they didn't think Marshall was going to field it, and he saw the opportunity, took it off the hop, and away he went. Once he got through that initial wall, he was gone.
He could walk into the end zone there. That's a tough one.
Kirk Jones to do the kicking as they get the kick up. It's going to be no good as he goes wide to the right, so that could be costly later on. 20-10 your score, 1:24 left in the first half. We're back after this with more Tiger football on 95.6. Hello.
By the Marshall plan, Mr. Keith Marshall.
No.
Hornets fans, a record has been set tonight for the Hornets. Keith Marshall returning 2 punts within 2 minutes and 6 seconds for 2 touchdowns. A record for the Booker T Washington Hornets.
Back when you can, Phil.
Yeah, 14-14. So no, 4 minutes to go.
As Kirk Jones kicks it deep and it hits at the 5 and rolls into the end zone, but there's a flag on the play.
We had a little bit of a procedure they're going to call against our offsides here on the Booker T Washington. They're going to back them up 5 and they'll kick it again. It'll give Ardmore an opportunity to have a run back.
As Kirk Jones does a great job kicking it into the end zone. He's got a good leg on him. That time he did hit it to the 5, but the whistle had already blown. It looked like Harmon wanted to come over and catch it, so they'll do it again as the Town and Country Pest Control kickoff.
We'll step up here and we'll see what happens with Virgil Harmon on this kickoff, as I think he'll have an opportunity to return it.
They tee it up. Jones tees it up at the 35. Back deep is Harmon. Also Roberts and Blackman. Or not Blackman, Nelson for the Tigers. Kick is up. It's a line drive. It hits at the... Roberts picks it up at the 15, 20, 25, 30. 35 is still on his feet and driving. Gets all the way up to the 37-yard line as Roy Roberts does a good job fielding that and returning it.
Well, that ball made it again about to the 14. Roy went back and grabbed it and took off up the middle. It looked like he might have had a little bit of a daylight. And again, just one of those shoestring things. He's just about to break it. Booker T's speed sure shows up there as it helps him keep Robert from taking it a long way.
1:16 left in the first half. And let's see if the Tigers go ahead and try to run their 2-minute offense. I formation. Harmon and Roberts in the I. Hand off to Roberts up the middle. He's going to get maybe a yard if he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Mark it at the 38-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
And that time the defensive end just came around, got in the backfield, kind of shut down the ability for Roberts to go outside, and he had to turn it up where a host of linemen there for Booker T were waiting for him.
50 seconds, and they stop the clock. As McAdoo comes under center. And McAdoo keeps it, rolls over the left side, following behind Harmon. He's going to gain maybe a yard.
Just a little bit there for McAdoo as he's trying to just get out and see what he can create here. And Booker T has called a timeout. They're going to try to get the ball one more time before halftime's over.
Well, and they're not going to be able to. I mean, it's...
Well, it's a 3rd and 9. They've got an extra timeout here. Depends on what we do on this.
They want another punt.
They want an opportunity for another punt return. I mean, they've had 2 punt returns, 2 punts, 2 punt returns, 2 touchdowns. It has been the Marshall night tonight as Keith Marshall has gone outside and down the sideline and had a couple of good punt returns. So 34 seconds left in the first half, and I think right now you just like to regroup and do the things you need to do, Terry, Mike, to get down the field and get ready for a second half.
Let's send it quickly to Mike McGowan. And Mike, your thoughts? What's Coach Sloyd telling his guys during this timeout?
Well, we're gonna have to defense the big play. These guys have really racked us up on 2 long punt returns for touchdowns. Going to have some better coverage on the punts.
And that sideline report brought to you by the Valero Refinery in Ardmore, and we appreciate them supporting the Tigers both academically and athletically throughout the year. the Valero Ardmore Refinery. McAdoo in the shotgun, rolls to his right, looking to throw. Throws it down, hits Anderson at the 50, and he's going to catch it, bring it down.
Going to get a first down on that play. Again, inside Booker T territory. Ardmore spent most of their evening there. They're going to go with a no huddle here, going to set it up probably, try to go deep out left to Jermaine, it looks like.
As McAdoo stays in the shotgun, looks to his right, throws it over the head.
TJ Lightsey there was out there for that reception. Again, just a little too tall for him. So we have an incomplete pass now, and it'll be 2nd and 10. That's okay, though. I think it'll probably give Ardmore a chance to regroup, think about it a little bit, and see where they want to go. 19 seconds left. You know, they've got a lot of a talent there, a lot of ways to score on you, even with 19 seconds left, and it would be good to see that.
Be a good opportunity for the Tigers to punch it in the end zone one more time before the half, as they've played a very good first half with the exception of the 2 big punt returns. They've held this Hornet offense and moved the football. McAdoo in the shotgun throws it to the left side, and he's going to just underthrow. Lightsey he was the intended receiver over the left side, and that was at the 40-yard line to be incomplete. 13 seconds left on the clock.
TJ was kind of running a fly pattern out the outside and down the line, and just the ball just a little short for him. As he came back to it, he couldn't draw it in.
As the Hornets playing kind of a prevent and giving the short pass up, but don't want to give up that long bomb.
That was one of those that could have done some things with it there, but again, you take what you can get, and right now things are going to be short, and we'll see what Drew does with this one.
Gresham and Lightsey out to the left side, Anderson to the right. McAdoo hands it off to Harmon up the left side. He's going to get to the 45, where he's going to be stacked up. 5 seconds, that's going to do it for the first half, as they're going to let the clock expire. 20-10 your score. The Hornets lead the Tigers. We're back with the Washington Dental Clinic halftime show after this on 95.7 KKAJ. Welcome back to Tulsa, Oklahoma, S.C. Williams Stadium, as the Tigers take the field. They will be receiving this half, and they'll be the first, as they won the toss in the first half, deferred to the second half. So the Hornets will be kicking off. They'll be kicking to the west. Tigers will, the Hornets will defend the east end of the goal. As these teams have proven to be. Did I get that backwards? All right. I'll tell you, I don't know where I'm at. I know I'm in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm not in the, the east-west thing. You didn't have to say a word.
Kurt Jones is going to kick from west to east. Ardmore will have the scoreboard in the third quarter.
As Kirk Jones doing a great job kicking for the Hornets tonight so far. And there's the Town and Country kickoff for the second half, as it goes deep and out the back of the end zone, or in the end zone. Touch back, and the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
And again, great weapon there when you can start out at the 20. Ardmore certainly has the horses they need to start from there. I think we're going to see some significant things happen here as we start off this second half.
As we've discussed some of the adjustments, I think you'll see a lot more from Roy Roberts this second half than we did in the first half. But the Tigers' game plan has worked. They have moved the football. They've gotten it down, ran it down the throats of the Washington Hornets. And let's just see what happens as McAdoo breaks huddle and comes under center. Harmon in the backfield. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. McAdoo back to throw on first down. Launches it up and almost intercepted. As Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver, he became the defender as the ball was underthrown. over the left side.
Just a shade underthrown, and again, there's that name we've talked about all night long, Keith Marshall back defending Jermaine, and just a little more oomph on that ball, and we've had a great reception, but Marshall in there doing what he needs to do to break up the pass from McAdoo to Gresham.
Well, Marshall 5'7", and Gresham 6'4", so a little bit of a mismatch there. But as you said, it's got to be thrown on the money, or everybody has a chance to get it. McAdoo takes the snap from under center. Back to throw. Throws it over the right side. Caught in the flats as it's caught at the 15, 30, 35, 40, 45.
And Edward Nelson on a great catch on the outside really turned what should have been a 3 or 4 yard reception into a 25-yard gain. And again, as quickly as we start the second half, Ardmore sitting 3.5 yards off the 50-yard line from being back in Booker T's territory.
And Edward Nelson loses a shoe, and that's why he was brought down, or I guess he lost it on the tackle. But it is 1st and 10, as you said, David, from the 46-yard line, just shy of Hornet territory. McAdoo breaks the huddle. I formation. Anderson and Gresham to the left side. Hands it off to McAdoo, keeps it up the middle. It goes to the right side at the 40, 35, and he driven out of bounds right at the 36-yard line. So another gain of 15 yards.
Now again, you put yourself in a position to where all you're doing is watching one person, and Drew McAdoo comes off the right side and picks up about 18, 19 yards, and if it weren't for the speed of Quentin Chaney out there on the outside, we would have had 6 points.
And we have, McAdoo does such a great job of selling that fake inside that you just lose track of where the football is, and I think that's what's happening to the Hornet defense.
Well, McAdoo is not a big quarterback, so when you're keying on other folks, he does. Yes, as you say, he's very deceptive. Does some good things with the ball.
Sneaks out of that backfield. McAdoo under center, I formation. Quick out to Anderson at the 40, 35, 30. Breaks the tackle, hits the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he's going to be dragged down. Nice ankle tackle. Almost gets it to the end zone. He's dragged down at the 3-yard line. So the Tigers move the football 34 yards, and we have it man down.
I think Zelto's just a little tired. I mean, they're going to come take a look at him here. They're picking him up. He's going to have to step up.
Stretching out his hamstring as he...
We talked about it being cool enough, but again, Zelto's not had a whole lot of opportunity to work with that broken wrist. Zelto breaks across the middle, really takes a ball that's a pass behind the line of scrimmage and almost gets into the end zone for a touchdown there. Great second effort by Zelto as he breaks away from that first line.
Broke about 3 tackles en route as he cut across the field diagonally and almost went to the right side of the end zone after he caught it on the left side. 1st and goal for the Tigers as they have come out on fire in this second half. McAdoo takes the snap, keeps it, drives up the middle, gain of a couple.
Gets down almost there to the 1-yard line, just almost snuck in behind Virgil Harmon. But again, when you got a guy like Virgil to run behind, it'll sure do some things for you.
Virgil Harmon did take the handoff, but he did gain a yard. Like you said, they'll mark it 2nd down and goal from the 2-yard line. 10:24 left in this third period as we're just underway from S.E. Williams Stadium in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Terry Long alongside David Polk and Mike McGowan this evening on the sideline. Thanks for joining us. It's been a great football game already. McAdoo under center. He puts it in Harmon and pulls it back out, drives forward, tries to make the pile move, but the Hornets stack it up. Maybe a gain of the referee is standing on about the 6-inch line.
Oh, he's just barely there as he's setting it up. And I think we have the horses on the line to make this happen. Again, he's showing about 6 inches for a touchdown here. We'll see what happens. I think McAdoo might have trailed him into the hole there and just didn't quite get it.
3rd down and goal to go from the 6-inch line.
The ball at the half-yard line.
McAdoo under center. Takes it on the sneak, keeps it, drives it in, and he's in there. Touchdown Tigers. As the referee makes the signal,
What a
great drive and a great start to the second half.
What a great statement to the start of the second half. Take the opening kickoff from the 20, march 80 yards down the field, go score on Booker T to just say, hey, you've gotten away with some things this first half, but we're back to play, and hopefully we'll shut it down to within 3 points here real quick.
Matt Polk on to kick the extra point, and that missed extra point could become a major factor here in this second half.
Yes, it could.
As Matt Polk kicks up. Good. 20 to 17 as the Tigers come out and strike quickly in the second half. We're back after this on 95.7 KKAJ. Welcome back to Tulsa, Oklahoma, where you're scored 20 to 17 now. The Tigers trying to make a comeback as they come out of the locker room after the first half, and you got to like what you saw there, David, on that drive.
I'll tell you what, for those folks that are sitting at home, and I know there are a lot that are listening to the game, you just really felt like when they started that drive that Ardmore came out in a very workmanlike attitude to say, hey, we know that we can do what we need to do offensively, and we're going to show you right now. And it showed quickly at less than 4 minutes, and we're within 3 points again as Matt Polk gets ready to kick the ball.
The Town and Country Pest Control kickoff as Matt Polk, as you said, gets ready to kick the little pooch kick to the side there. He doesn't want to return. Kicks it, it's fielded at the 20. Ken brings it back up to the 25. Marshall at the 30. Cuts back up inside, and he's tackled by Travis Lightsey as he made a great trip. I mean, just barely caught him, and there wasn't nobody else behind him.
No, TJ reaches up there and grabs an ankle that keeps him from going all the way, or what he would have had was one player between him, and that was the kicker. So great job there by TJ Lightsey to shut him down.
Can Matt tackle?
Matt can tackle. He's had a couple of tackles this year. Yes, he has, but he's
you don't want him to.
He's kind of mismatched on that one.
37-yard line. 1st and 10 Hornets. Hand off to Marshall. He tries to go up the left side, and he gets nowhere. If anything, he's going to lose a couple as the Tigers penetrate. The defensive line gets in and makes a nice stand. Loss of a yard, 2nd down and 11.
And again, it's the big plays that you see that have kind of jumped up and grabbed us. Marshall had that one carry for 71 yards, and now he's got 6 carries for a net of 64 yards. So Ardmore's doing what they need to and bottled him up pretty good. Took him for a 2-yard loss there.
McClellan under center. Offset eye, hands off to Marshall, cuts back to the right side, tries to get outside and doesn't as the Tigers swarm him. And number 76, Scotty Williams, makes a huge tackle for the Tigers along with number 40.
Nathan Means there.
Nathan Means, and great coverage as Marshall tried to cut back to the outside and couldn't get anywhere.
He moved left, he moved right, and again, you got to contribute the speed of the Ardmore defense, even on the line, to go after him there as he shut him down for no gain.
Spread offense, 5 receivers out. McClellan in the shotgun. Looks to throw. He's got time. Now he's under pressure, and he's going to get hit in the backfield as Edward Nelson just comes in almost untouched and takes McClellan down. It'll be a loss of 4. Mark it at the 31-yard line.
Gotta love the heart of Edward Nelson as he steps in there, and McClellan has no idea he's coming.
Hit him from the blind side hard.
Hit him from the blind side. He picks him up, and after he puts him on his backside, he's kind enough to help him up off the ground. And you gotta like that.
Kirk Jones back to punt for the Hornets. So the Tiger defense comes out and stifles the Hornets as they started at their 37 after a good return from Marshall, and now they're on their own 32-yard line. So they went backward. Ball hits the ground on the snap, but he gets it away, and it's going to be not a very deep kick as it gets down to the 31-yard line, and that's where it hits a Hornet as it rolled to the 30.
Yeah, but he hit it back at the 32. So we'll start there.
So a 2-yard mistake by the Hornets, but a nice punt by Kirk Jones after he picked it up off the ground.
We do have a flag on the field that I'm seeing down here. Oh, back at the 40, and it looks like it's going to be against Washington, so we'll make it a Booker T. We'll make a decision here as to whether or not we're going to bring it back and let him punt again.
Zach Weaver out talking to the referee. It was against Ardmore.
How about that? They ran a sideline warning against Ardmore. That's interesting when you consider on both the punt returns, half of Booker T's team was out on the field watching, but that's okay. We've got the ball, 1st and 10.
First and 10, they'll back it up. It'll be a, what is that, 10-yard?
No, that's just a warning the first time. So we'll take it at the 32-yard line and go score. How about that optimism?
You just got to, keep away from the referees. And we're going to check in with Mike McGowan after this, and we'll see what his thoughts are on that warning. McAdoo's under center, I formation, 2 receivers out to the left. Roberts up the middle at the 40, 45, and he's got 3 as he drags a couple with him. Gets all the way up to the 48-yard line. Huge run, 1st and 10, Ardmore.
How about that, Mike McGowan down with the Ardmore Valero Refinery sideline report. Mike McGowan, what did you see there?
Well, what did you guys think about the defense that we saw in that last series? Ardmore is fired up.
Ardmore is fired up, but that sideline warning, you gotta watch that down there. McAdoo rolls to his right. Roberts with the sweep, breaks the tackle, 40, 35, 30, and he's run out of bounds at the 30, about the 25-yard line.
Flag on the play there. They're going to get a guy from holding down there about the 30-yard line, Terry Long, it looks like, but I think it'll still be enough for a first down.
We want to thank Mike McGowan with that sideline report for the Valero Ardmore Refinery sideline report, as Valero supports the Ardmore Tigers both athletically and academically throughout the year.
Oh, they've called an illegal use of the hands.
Illegal use of hands against the Tigers, so that's going to negate the run a little bit. Great run, though, by Roy Roberts.
What we'll do is we'll bring it back. It'll be from the spot of the foul, and by the time they mark off the penalty, I believe we're going to see that Ardmore still has enough for the first down. So we'll start at inside the 40 with a first down and 10.
1st and 10, as you're absolutely right, David, as they move the chains. It'll be an 11-yard gain instead of a 21-yard gain, but
you got to like what you're seeing there from Roy Roberts. I mean, that quick burst up the middle, instead of going left or the right, I mean, they just sent him straight up the middle. They open up a hole on one of them, and Ardmore just taking it to him here in the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Put his head down. Virgil Harmon and Roy Roberts in the I formation for the Tigers. McAdoo's under center. The referee is...
He's having a problem with the 25-second clock, the play clock. He wanted to reset it here, so Ardmore will get a fresh 25.
As they start that, handoff to Roberts. Comes around the left side, breaks out at the 30. Cuts back to the inside, 25, 20, and another 10 yards after the cut from Roy Roberts, as he saw the outside wasn't there and cut back in and made something else of it and got a nice 20-yard run. They'll move the chains, 1st and 10 Ardmore from the 20.
Down on the 20-yard line again. Roy Roberts, he's looking up, he's watching what's going on, he's picking good holes, and great blocking down the field there as Jermaine Gresham's just got his big body in the way, and that sure helped there.
6:24 left in the 3rd period. Ardmore trails 20-17. Handoff to Harmon up the middle at the 15. 10 hits one and breaks one tackle and runs over somebody else and hits down all the way to the 10-yard line. It'll be a nice gain of maybe 9.5. Let's see where they mark it, see if it'll be enough for the first down.
Real close to a first down. You'd really like for it to be second down here, so maybe give them 4 or 5 yards on another play instead of 1st and goal from just inside the 10-yard line. And it looks like we're going to measure here.
You're absolutely right. As they are going to have to measure it. It'll be...
I think we're going to start 1st and goal is really what I think. I think you got 10 yards there on the carry. Looks really close. So we'll start at 1st and about 9.5 to go score.
As they bring the chain and they stretch it. And it's going to be real close.
Oh, it's an inch.
Oh, what a great
What a great break for the Ardmore Tigers there, as that was so close.
It wasn't. If it was an inch, I mean, the referee turned around and with one hand put 2 fingers up, and that's how close it was.
Well, we're a long way from the field to see it, and it's right on the hash, and the ball stays right where it's at, and Ardmore will have second, and as we say, inches just inside the 10, and it'll be good to get 4 or 5 yards here.
And 6:10 left in the third period, 20-17 your score. If the Tigers have come out on fire after the break. Now McAdoo under center, I formation. Roberts dots the I. Nelson and Gresham out to the right, or Gresham to the left, Nelson to the right in the slot. McAdoo takes it, dives forward, he'll gain a yard.
Got the first down.
Got the first down, move the chains, it'll be 1st and 10. Ardmore from the 9-yard line, so it'll be 1st and goal.
McAdoo did a pretty good job of getting away from that because they blitzed right up the middle. They came up to what would have been McAdoo's left side and just nearly caught him in the backfield, and he was able to slide right and get in for the first down. How about those Ardmore Tigers?
Two great football teams have matched up here this evening, and it's been exactly what we thought it was going to be, an excellent football game from both sides. McAdoo comes under center, I formation. Nelson's in the slot. Harmon off the right side, gets down to the 5. As it was a quick handoff. And Virgil gets all the way to the 4-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and goal from the 4.
Man, Virgil is going to fall for 4 yards. He's just got that much power as he steps up to run the ball, and there to help him as they're moving down the field.
Impressed with the turnout from Ardmore on the other side of the field. The fan faithful have made the trip to Tulsa. McAdoo under center. I formation. McAdoo keeps it, runs up the middle, and he's going to get another couple, marking it about the half-yard line.
He's just extremely close to being in, as they kind of caught him off guard there. I don't think they expected McAdoo to be running the ball.
Well, not only that, it was a quick snap as he just stepped up when he bent over and took the snap at a gain of a couple. It's going to be 3rd and goal from about the half-yard line.
He looks like he's cramping up a little bit down on the field there. As we look, again, about a half a yard in for a touchdown here, Terry Long. And you got to like, again, the way Ardmore's come out. They've had the ball almost a minute, except for a minute and a half in the 3rd quarter. They've had the ball.
Roy Roberts dots the I on a close I formation. McAdoo takes it and hands it to Harmon, and it's not going to go anywhere as they stack up the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a half a yard, maybe a yard.
Got to not like that. And again, McAdoo is cramped up a little bit. He's not got enough fluids in him, it doesn't look like. And kind of makes it difficult here as we're trying to get in. And we're, again, a half a yard, 4th down. There's a timeout on the field for the Ardmore Tigers.
We'll take one as well. We're back after this on 95.7 KKAJ. C. Williams Stadium, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Terry Long alongside David Polk. 3:55 left in the 3rd period. 20-17 your score as the Booker T. Washington Hornets lead the Ardmore Tigers, but the Tigers threatening to score. They're on the 1-yard line, and it's going to be 4th and goal.
Well, you got to like their chances here. I got to think we're going to go for it. That's what I would expect. We're less than a yard away from the end zone. You give up the opportunity for 3 points for 7, but you're going to get them deep in their own territory if you don't score.
And they are going to go for it as McAdoo comes under center. Pitches to Roberts. Roberts cuts up inside.
He scores.
Touchdown, Tigers. Ardmore comes off on a 4th and goal from the 1 and gets it into the end zone. Just what you like to see from the Ardmore Tigers as they go up now, 23-20.
The Tigers have just stepped up here, and you got to like the intensity that they've come back with. Again, that workmanship-like attitude they've got as Matt Polk comes in for the extra point to come out and say, hey, you got by with a couple of things, but we're still better, and we're going to show you. And we've got a 23-20 score.
Matt Polk to kick the point after. There's the snap. Gets it down. The kick is up. And good. Makes that 24-20. So that puts it out of field goal reach. 3:51 left in the 3rd period. We're back after this on 95.7 KKAJ. confusion from the
What a great opportunity there as it got deep down the field, bouncing. The Hornets were caught off guard, and we came to getting a big play there at the 25.
Was recovered by number 20, and that was Jeff McAllister. Let's send it down quickly to the Valero sideline report with Mike McGowan. And Mike, how's things down on the sideline?
Terry, I'm going to tell you, it's intensity like you haven't seen this year yet. This Ardmore team is really fired up tonight. Back to you guys.
Thank you much, Mike McGowan, with the Valero sideline report. As the Tigers defense now steps up, McClellan under center for the Hornets. Backs to throw. He hits Cheney over the middle as he catches it on a little kind of a slant pattern, hits it at the 35. It'll be a gain of almost 9. Well, make it 9. It'll be second down and a yard. That's the first time we've heard Cheney's name tonight, except on defense.
It is, and it was the first time he met Roy Roberts face-to-face with Roy on the defense side of the field.
McClellan under center, I formation. Hands it off to the big 44 in the backfield. He's going to get stacked up and driven backwards. I think they'll give him back to the line of scrimmage if that, and that number 44 again, Michael Tate, 6'4", 240-pound tight end, playing fullback.
Nathan Means and Edward Nelson just stepped up there and said, no, we're not going to do that. And they did lose 5 or 6 inches. It's third down and a yard and a half to go. Again, Ardmore is saying, you got that on us, but we have come to play, and we want to show you is that they stuffed him up inside.
As the Tigers defense takes up 4-3, or stacking 8 men in the box, showing blitz. Hand off to the big tight end as he makes it up to the 40-yard line, drives forward, but there is a flag on the play.
We're going to have a holding call there on Booker T. Quan Ratliff got in there and kind of wrapped up our defensive end, Edward Nelson, and we're going to see a holding call that's going to back him up and negate the first down.
And that was a nice run by Tate as he had a couple blockers up front and gained 4, maybe 5 yards, but that will back it up. And if they back it up from the point of infraction, which was at the 35-yard line, that's going to move them all the way back to the 25.
And negate everything they've done so far.
Negate everything they've done. It's going to make it third down and 11 now.
What a defensive stand here for the Ardmore Tigers. Again, they get away the way they do. You got to think there's something going on, and there was. Edward Nelson was wrapped up laying on the ground being held.
Harmon moves over to the right side. McClellan in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 3 to the left. McClellan looks to throw. He's under pressure, and he's not going to get it away, and he's going to get sacked as he loses another 10 yards, mark it at the 15-yard line.
What a play by Zach Weaver as he stepped up from his linebacker position up here in the press box. You look at him, and you just know he's going to go get him. He didn't get touched through the line of scrimmage, and he drops him for what's another 10-yard loss, and they're punting, 4th and 20.
Virgil Harmon and Nathan Means also in on the sack as they have given the Hornets all they can handle. McClellan has met the Tigers this evening. Jones kicking from his own 5-yard line. Back deep is Roberts, standing on his own 39. There's the snap. He gets the kick away. It's a nice high kick, but it's going to be off to the side as it hits at the 40, and Roberts bobbles it, loses it, falls on it at the 35. Almost a costly turnover as Roy Roberts did catch the football and falls on it. Tigers retain possession.
Be still my heart. That was awfully close. But, it was one of those deals where the ball bounced. He saw an opportunity to make something happen. And as he's reaching to get it, it just takes a little wobble on him. But again, Roberts, the presence of mind when he gets to that point, not to try to pick it up again, but to fall on it. And
almost the same play Marshall made against the Tigers in the first half off that hop.
Very close, but the way our offense has been playing, I'm very happy to set it at the 36, and we'll go score again.
As the Tigers now go off the field, they're going to take a timeout. They don't like what they see defensively. They're going to talk it over. We're going to take one as well. We're back after this on 95.7 KKHA.
It's the Longest Power Eagles.
30, Phil. Oklahoma, Terry Long alongside David Polk, where the score 24-20. The Tigers lead, 1:17 left in the third, and we've got a great football game going for you right now.
Oh, wow, and again, with the intensity that we saw and the things that happened in the first half, Terry Long, you really kind of wondered what was going to happen with the Ardmore Tigers, and they've shown us here with 1:17 left to go in the third quarter that they weren't really bothered by what happened. They still feel like they're the better team, and they've come back with what is 14 unanswered points to come in with, again, 1:17 left as we go into the game.
Now we're back to action as McAdoo comes under center. Hands off to Roberts. Roberts stops in his tracks as the Hornets blitzed, and it'll be a loss of a yard.
Well, Roy he just looked up there in the interior line. The guys in the middle just swallowed him up. Again, the number 54 there for Booker T. 64 for Booker T. Reginald King just kind of locked things up over the center and gave the rest of the guys a chance to get through the line.
6 foot, 300 pounds of locking up there as it's a big old guy comes off the sideline though. McAdoo comes under center. He's got Roberts in the backfield by himself. Pitches to Roberts over the right side, and again the Hornets blitz and sweep as they have corralled Roberts in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 4. They read it all the way.
Just kind of broke down again there on the right-hand side of the offensive line. They kind of loaded him up there. Got some pretty big kids over there, and once they get into that backfield, it's hard for Roy to do something. I would look for something kind of quick up the middle or around here as those pitches are kind of being shut down.
Virgil Harmon cramping a little bit, and so he was out for those 2 plays. That's going to do it for the third period. There you go, is the Valero sideline report with Mike McGowan. We appreciate his efforts this evening. Tigers come out. McAdoo's under center. Looks to throw, and now we get a whistle and a flag.
Going to get a quick move there on Ardmore. It looks like we're going to back him up again.
Quickly, you have some third quarter stats.
Well, I'll tell you what, at the end of the third quarter, when you looked at the end of the first half, there was nine first downs to 3. At the end of the third quarter, Ardmore's got 16 first downs, and Booker T. Washington has 3.
Wow.
They shut them down. They've had 6 plays and out. It's been a great defensive stand here for Ardmore. Rushing yards, Ardmore's 38 for carries for 203. 55 plays Ardmore's had for 325 yards to 21 plays and 111 yards for Booker T.
Well, you know, they had 116 yards at the half, so they've lost 6 yards.
Yes, they have.
In the third period. A great, tremendous third quarter from the Tigers. McAdoo under center. Harmon in the backfield by himself. 3 receivers out to the left. McAdoo pulls it in, rolls to the left, tries to break out to the outside, breaks a tackle, falls forward at the 37-yard line, makes up the penalty, and gets back to the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to be
fourth down.
4th and 10.
Sending the punting unit back out onto the field, and you got to like what you're going to see here. I think that Jared Howell will do what he needs to. He get a good snap in, and oh, look what they've done. They've brought 2 guys back now for punt return in the back. They're going to make it a little more difficult for them to kick it away from them.
That's going to be Marshall and Jamel Jones, 6 foot 170 pound senior, back deep for the Hornets. Howard standing on his own 22, gets the snap away, and then the whistle blows. Not what you want to see for the Tigers. Is
really can't tell exactly what they did. I don't see a flag.
Delay of game against the Tigers is they got the snap off late. It's going to back them up 5 yards.
That's okay. We're in good shape here. We're going to punt anyway. It doesn't really do a whole lot to us. It gives Jared a little bit of a different angle, and he'll be good with that.
As the Tigers now, the referee talking it over, but we know what the call is.
They're trying to decide whether they want to take the penalty. I wasn't sure they could do that. They're finally deciding whether they're going to mark off 4 or 4.5.
Okay.
5 yards they're going to get for them there.
Mark the ball at the 31-yard line. And that'll back Howard up. He'll stand now on his own 27. As he high snap brings him off the ground, but he gets the kick away. And it's a high kick, and Marshall catches it at the 35. He's trying to get to the outside, and he doesn't get there as he's chased down by number 6, Braden Pollard. And a 4-yard return. That time he couldn't get to the outside wall.
Pollard says, not this time. I know where you're going to go, and I'm going to be waiting on you. Great defensive play by Braden Pollard as he's come in. And, you know, that's a great story. You know, Mr. Pollard rehabbed the entire year of a knee injury, had to have surgery in April of last year. Really wasn't supposed to come back as quickly as he did, but he said, hey, it's my senior year. I got to play football. Great play there by Braden.
Hornets come out. McClellan under center. Offset I formation. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. McClellan looking to throw. He rolls to his right. He gets the ball down. It's Cheney, the intended receiver, and he goes over in. Great coverage downfield.
Zelto Anderson back there on that coverage, and really he kind of went through Zelto to try to get to the ball, and you could have very easily called a
there's a flag on the play.
No, got a holding call on Booker T. The reason why they had so much room back there, and you know, they had 116 yards at halftime, 111 yards at the end of the third quarter, and with this mark-off against their net yardage, they'll have 101 yards. Oh, just a 5-yard penalty here. That was an equipment call. He made an equipment call.
The intended receiver was Jamel Jones. My mistake, it wasn't Cheney, but Jones looked real good as he tried to go over the top of Anderson to make the catch. McClellan comes under center. Rolls to his right, looking to pitch. Got Marshall, and now the Tigers swarm him and makes the pitch out to Marshall. And he's going to get barely back to the line of scrimmage, but McClellan paid the price on the option.
Yes, he did. He met Edward Nelson up close and personal and just barely got that pitch off to the outside. Again, he gained back 4 of those 5 yards for 2nd and 11 now. Ardmore's defense is pursuing extremely well, and you can see they're doing everything they can to get Quentin Cheney loose, and Roy Roberts has just shut him down so far this evening.
As the Hornets, 10-10 left in the ball game. 24-20 your score. The Tigers lead. McClellan under center. Takes, and now we've got a whistle.
Too much time.
Delay of game. That's going to back them up 5. As they have now got the Hornets on their heels and kind of backing, you know, not real sure what's going on. They're not used to being in this position. They're 11-0 on the season.
I had a nice visit this evening before the game started with Charles Thompson, who is doing radio for the Sports Animal, and Charles told me this evening before the game started, he just didn't see the swagger he's used to seeing from Booker T, and you can sure see that on the field right now.
McClellan under center, I formation. Drops the ball, picks it up, looks to run. Now he's going to throw deep. Got a man down. It's up, and great defensive effort that time as he went up. And I'm trying to see who.
Roy Roberts back over all of that. But you got to like what McClellan did there. You know, he flat-footed stood through the ball, what amounts to 45 yards down the field to Cheney. But again, Roberts basically has been told wherever Cheney goes, you go, and he blocked, knocked that pass down.
Cheney had him beat, and Roberts put on a burst of speed right at the end to come up and make the contact and knock the ball down. So. Incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd down and 16. 9:48 left in the game. Shotgun formation. Split outs, 2 in the slot. McClellan looks to throw. Going down deep to the left side. He's got a man who stretches out, but it's incomplete. DeMacho Ousley, the intended receiver, And again, on that 50, 60, or what, about 45, 50-yard
yards.
pass.
Rodney Fuller all off over it there. You know, the pass was just a little long. The only person to get it could have caught it was Owsley, but he just had it thrown too far. And we're going to come up with a fourth down here. And again, you got to look at what's going on with this Ardmore defense. They had 111 yards before that series, and now they got to be down to about 101.
Well, but what you're seeing now is you're starting to see those big play attempts from the Booker T Washington Hornets, which they didn't have the ball much in the first half, so they weren't able to put anything together. Kirk Jones back deep to punt now for the Hornets. He's standing on his own 20. Roberts standing on the 25 in Ardmore territory. Gets the kick away. It's a nice high kick. Roberts comes up to field it, though. It's short. He catches it at the 35 and gets to the 40. And that's where he's going to get wrapped up and spun around as the Hornets swarmed him.
And boy, I tell you what, as we have 9 minutes left, looking at our offensive line as they come out on the field, Sutherland and Wells, Chris Hopper, those guys are just doing a tremendous job inside, opening holes now. And as I think they're finally wearing down Booker T just a little bit.
As McAdoo still on the sideline, the play clock yet to start and now they're going to start the play clock, but gives the Tigers plenty of time to get the play called.
I'd say 6.
Man, you just got to like what you're seeing here. 9:32 left. The confidence of these Ardmore Tigers is growing with every play, and that's a good thing to see.
McAdoo comes under center. I formation. Roberts dots the I, man in motion to the right. Hands off. Nope. Keeps it, pulls it down. 50, 40. McAdoo going all the way. 30, 20, 15, and he's going to get shoestring tackled at the end of the play. Man, almost broke it and should have been in there. Just didn't have the speed.
Oh, man, the speed. I think he's cramping up just a little bit there. But again, you got to like what you're seeing because as he knows he's about to get tackled, he's got the presence of mind to cover up the ball to get where he needs to. Huge play, 46-yard carry there for McAdoo off the right-hand side. And I tell you what, that took 9 seconds, but that would sure go a great way and kind of starting to nails for the Ardmore Tigers.
As McAdoo put it in Harmon and then pulled it back out again, sold that fake, and it's opened up that hole for him all night long.
And what about Harmon? He's 10 yards down the field, and you still think he's got the ball. That's how well he's carrying off the fake.
McAdoo under center. I formation with Roberts and Harmon. Again, rolls to his left. McAdoo keeps it, pulls it down, gets across the 10 and gets down to the 8-yard line over the left side.
Man, what are we seeing?
Make it to 6. It's going to be 2nd down and 4 for the Tigers.
I think you're starting to see a Booker T team at this point in time that's starting to go, we haven't seen anybody play like this. We talked about it, coaches talked about it. They've not really had anybody that would just play smash mouth football with them, and that's what Ardmore's doing right now, is taking it between the tackles and just running it up the field.
Coach Lloyd said it in Tiger Talk. He wanted to run it down their throats, and he's done that all night long. Great game plan by Coach Lloyd and the rest of the coaching staff of the Ardmore Tigers. McAdoo under center. Pitches to Roberts over the left side. Roberts at the 5. Driven out of bounds at about the 1-yard line. Let's see where they mark him.
Boy, it's hard to tell. He's just really close. Is he getting up just over there? It is just right at the 1-yard line.
Knocked the pylon down, but he was out of bounds when somebody knocked the pylon down. Let me put it that way. They mark it at the 6-inch line, half yard. 8:18 left in the ball game.
Michael Tate out there on that tackle to kind of push him out. And again, as you see, we're going to fall forward into the end zone here as we're looking to add to our score, add to our lead from 24 to 20, and it would be good at this time of the game.
1st and goal, Tigers threatening to score. From the 1-yard line, McAdoo drops the football and then falls on top of it. So it'll be a loss of a yard.
Going to call it 2nd down. They're going to leave us with the ball. And as he fumbled it there, he had the presence of mind again to get right down on it. And
he just took a knee and put his hand on the ball. So a dangerous way to cover a fumble, though. The referee's not paying attention, doesn't see it. All of a sudden, one of the Hornets come out with it.
A lot of things happen on the bottom of piles there, but fortunately we were in good shape. Didn't lose any yardage there. Just fell straight down on it. a little bit of a nerves there as we're second and goal.
McAdoo comes under center. This time there's an I formation behind him. Hornets showing blitz. Hand off to Harmon up the right side, and he barrels it away into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers, as Harmon just crushes it into the end zone. Make that 30-20. Tigers lead. Virgil Harmon just taking it to him.
Oh my goodness, 20 unanswered points in the third quarter and the beginning of the fourth quarter. Ardmore again has come out to say, you know, we're better than you, and we want to show you. What a long drive there that was, and the things we needed as Matt Polk gets ready for extra point.
Matt Polk doing a great job tonight kicking extra points and field goals. Kick is up, and it's good. He's perfect on the evening. Make that 31-20, 7:29 left in your ball game. Tigers lead. We're back after this on 95.7 KKAJ. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, where the Tigers lead it 31-20 with 7:29 left in the ball game, as Virgil Harmon takes a 1-yard run at the 7:29 mark, makes your score 31-20 after a long, long drive.
5 plays, 51 yards there, just to say, hey, here we are. As Matt Polk gets ready to kick, and it really is starting to, you can start to see the Booker T. Washington players are kind of walking, and where they had a spring in their step earlier, Terry Long, they've kind of changed their thought processes a little bit.
And that summary brought to you by the Southern Oklahoma Technology Center, SOTC. Southern Oklahoma's technology leader. We want to make sure you stay tuned for the Comic Cleaner star of the game. Immediately following the game, the broadcast crew will name who we feel was the most instrumental player for the Tigers this evening. Matt Polk with another squib kick, kind of a long onside kick all the way down to the 20-yard line. And the Hornets just going to have to fall on it. Good coverage by the Hornets, though, and not allowing anything down there. They almost lost the onside kick the last time, so they covered it this time.
Well, that was just a worm burner down the field. They're just saying to Keith Marshall, you know, you might try to beat us, but you're not going to beat us returning the ball because we're not going to let you touch it anymore. You know, you can get into the end zone, but they're going to start at the 20-yard line, and the net effect is the same. And as the Tigers' defense is stepping up big time here towards the end of the game.
We're not going to kick it to you like the OU with the Sooners and Perkins, you know. You're not going to get the third chance. McClellan in the shotgun, looking to throw. He's going deep. Over the middle, intercepted. It's Lightsey catches it at the 40, 30, and gets all the way back down to the 20-yard line as the Tigers, Travis Lightsey steps up and makes a nice catch underneath.
Oh, man, he read that all the way. He's in the back. They're going across. They act like they're going to try to go to Cheney, and then they go across the middle. And, again, Lightsey's just reading that perfectly. Steps up, makes the interception, returns it down to the 20-yard line. And the Tigers are starting to feel it now down on the field.
You bet, and you can see the offensive line, the offense coming out there, fired up, pumped up, and ready to go as they are on their way to advancing into the third round of the playoffs. 7:19 left in the ball game. Travis Lightsey on the interception. Tigers have it with great field position from their own 20-yard line as they're going to start their drive there. What a huge, huge play as that's going to really seal the coffin shut on the Hornets.
We can go score here. It is really going to kind of button things up, and I'm sorry for that on-air thing. We've got people calling from all over the state that can't hear us on KKAJ back home, wanting to know what the score is.
Well, they're not back home if they can't hear us.
No, that's what I'm saying. They're all over the state, and they're not where they can hear us. So the Ardmore Tigers, again, it's down to the 10-yard line. Excuse me, I told you the 20 is we're going to start basically first and goal just inside the 10.
As we have a holding call against the Hornets.
Not really sure what we saw there. It's first and 10 there.
First and 10 on the 10. So it was a holding call on the return after the interception. As McAdoo will be under center. He's got I formation. Zach Weaver taking Harmon's place.
Yes, he is.
Or Harmon dots the I now. Hand off to Harmon up the middle. He crosses the 10, gets to the 5, breaks a tackle and falls forward. to the 1. Maybe he gets it. Man,
so
Tigers
close.
Tigers think he's in there, but he's going to be just shy of the end zone. They're going to mark it at the half-yard line as Virgil Harmon just pounds it in there.
Well, he just bounced on into the end zone, but you know, we got some things going on. Roy Roberts kind of went off with a little bit of an ankle injury there. We didn't talk about it, but Roy is fine on the sideline, so they just changed things. They move Zach Weaver in, who can carry the ball and is a great blocker, and put him in front of a Virgil Harmon. And what's a net 8-yard run as we're now 2nd and goal.
Gresham comes out to the near side. Zelto Anderson in the slot. Weaver and Harmon. McAdoo keeps it, goes over the right side in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
How about
they
that?
just push it in, punch it in, 2 plays, 10 yards, touchdown. 6:26, 37-20 your score.
What a great line surge there. Is right now we've got a Booker T. Washington Hornet down on the field. Seems to be hurt a little bit, but as the Tigers take a knee, 6:26, and you know, they just came out to Terry in the second half and they just said, we're going to come play ball. The time of possession right now is about 18 or 19, maybe 20 minutes of the second half has been Ardmore Tigers football. It's netted 17 points as we're in a position to go up here 18 points with Matt Polk on the kick.
Matt Polk to kick, but the Hornet player is up and walking off under his own power, so that's always a good sign. And that was, you hate to see anyone get hurt, especially this late in the season. And
looks like Marcel Brown, and again, Marcel's walking on his own. I think he just kind of got nabbed just a little bit there. He was inside trying to clog up the middle, and he did a pretty good job of it there as McAdoo slipped off the right side, not the middle. And Ardmore now has a 37-20 lead. And, you know, I think people around the state who are here to watch the game, and I know Guthrie came to watch just to see what would happen. Shawnee's here scouting tonight. You see their whole coaching staff outside the press box.
And they know they got their hands full because they play Noble tomorrow night. And if they don't beat, if they win, they have to come and play these Tigers again.
Yes, they do.
And they've been talking about it. Matt Polk with the kick. It's up. And he's going to get hit. And its kick is good. Matt Polk got hit, and the flag came out.
Well, that was actually Braden Pollard, the holder, that got nailed. He got past Matt, but we're going to have a 15-yard penalty down here. That'll set Matt Polk up at what will be the 45-yard line. On the kickoff here, but more importantly, the kick was good. It's 38-20, Terry Long, and what a comeback for the Ardmore Tigers.
After being down 20-10 at the half, they have come out and dominated the second half. 6:26 left in the ball game. The Tigers have come out and completely dominated. I don't even know, have they even gained a yard?
No, they've lost yardage since halftime.
They have not gained a yard in the second half. What a tremendous defensive effort from the Tigers. And offensively, they've done whatever they wanted to do.
Well, and one of the things that you've really got to like is the fact that not only have they really defensively just held them to 7 points. I mean, the special teams thing kind of hurt a little bit with 2 touchdowns. But the Tigers have come out here and put 38 points on the board. Conventional, no interceptions for touchdowns, just running it up the middle and going and scoring.
28 in the second half. And the third quarter, the turning moment, obviously, is the Tigers able to do what they wanted to do and just some tremendous. How many yards did they have in the third period alone? Do we know?
Well, to go back and look, they had 116 yards, I believe, in the 172 yards offense at the end of half, and 325 in the third quarter. Between that to the third quarter, so they almost doubled their production.
Tremendous effort and a great football game as the Tigers are going to advance into the playoffs, barring any miracles from the Hornets. Here is Matt Polk is they're on the 45-yard line in Hornet territory. Kicking. So 6:26 as the Tigers, the Tiger line is at the 45 in their own territory. It's going to be a high kick, and they'll kick it deep into the end zone, and that's where it'll be touched back, and the Hornets will have to take over 1st and 10 from their own 20, as there'll be no return after the penalty.
What a game.
You can see the Hornets not used to this. They have not lost a game all season long. They're 11-0, so this is going to be tough on them as you can see the sideline now, not near as excited, and like you said, no spring in their step, no, you know, the cockiness is gone. The balloon's been deflated.
Next 6 minutes will be long as they're going to try to go deep every time.
As McClellan back in the shotgun, throws it over the right side, hits Cheney at the 30, and he's going to be driven out of bounds at the 33-yard line. It'll be enough for the first down, and it moves the chains. So some offensive production, a gain of 13.
This is where Ardmore just has to maintain focus. You're going to give Cheney that 10 or 12 yards. You're going to lay off of him a little bit, but with an 18-point lead, you just got to tackle them in bounds and keep them from going and scoring.
Well, you know, the scouts are looking at Cheney, and they got to be impressed with Roberts' play tonight.
Roberts is a great defensive back, and I think their school's looking at him for that and paying close attention to him there.
Shotgun, McClellan going deep to the right side. He's got Anderson covering. It's going to be overthrown as the intended receiver, number 8. That's
84.
Breon Garrett. Is that 84? It is 84.
DeMacho Owsley out there for the catch again.
A 35-yard toss down the field, but it'll be incomplete. It'll make it second down and 10.
And with the Tigers again, they're just doing what they need to do. As Zelto not getting back quite as quick as he needs to here as they're setting up on this defense.
McClellan in the shotgun again. 5 receivers out. Long snap count. McClellan looks to throw over the right side, hits the receiver at the 45, and he's great catch.
Great catch.
Number 21, Kevin Carby, as it was over his head, and he drags it down, but it is complete. It'll be a first down and 10 as the Hornets move into Ardmore territory. Or no, just shy of midfield. McClellan under pressure, gets away. He's at the 40, 45, 50, 45, scoots to the left and breaks the tackle and driven out of bounds at the 38-yard line as Lightsey came over and made a saving push to knock him out of bounds.
Yes, he did, and as he's coming back there, you know, that's just right now they're in a position they're having to go do the things they've got to do to try to score. There is a greater intensity with this offensive team for the Booker T Hornets at this time.
Yeah, as they realize that the game is starting to wind down, and they got to figure out what's going on. Now the Tigers coaching staff want to figure out what happened to that great defense they saw earlier, and they want to get that back, so they're going to fire up the team. 38-20, 6:01 left in the game. We're back after this on 95.7 KKAJ. Welcome back to S.E. Williams Stadium, Tulsa, Oklahoma, as the Booker T. Washington Hornets threatening to try to close the gap, but the Tigers lead it 38-20, 6:01 left in the ball game. McClellan in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Back to throw, brings it down under pressure, launches it downfield, is intercepted almost again as Zelto Anderson went up for the interception, but unable to bring it down as the ball was poorly thrown. It was Anderson on the 5. The intended receiver was in the goal.
Zelto just step back and look at that, and again, he's a little tired. He's holding his right arm just a little bit. He didn't go up with both hands for that interception. He went up and tried to bring it down with his left one. So, you know, right now I think he's just working on it, but doing what he needs to do to get rid of this last 5.5 minutes, 6 minutes to go win the ball game.
McClellan. Now there's a break in play as the referee steps back up. Now he starts the play clock. McClellan again in the shotgun. And now there's movement on the line, and let's see where the flag comes out, but I'm not sure if that wasn't Ardmore drawing the penalty.
It's kind of hard to tell. They're looking at it. Ardmore's excited, so it looks like they're going to back up the Booker T Hornets.
False start on the Hornets, back them up another 5, make it second down and 15 as the ball is on the 43-yard line in Ardmore territory.
And Booker T has just done some things to shoot themselves in the foot tonight,
sure,
penalty-wise.
You know, that one key penalty being that roughing the kicker, which really extended the Ardmore drive. I think McClellan to throw. He's at the 50, scrambling. He's under pressure, and he's going to be brought down as number 76 makes a huge, huge tackle, Scotty Williams.
Scotty Williams doing the things he needs to do, and again, it's 3rd down and long for the Tigers on defense here to try to do what they need to do to bust them.
Yeah.
McClellan knows the clock's continuing to run. He's trying to get the play off. Can't get his team back. Now he does. He's in the shotgun.
54-21. Wow.
As now he's a long count. Gets the snap. Got time to throw. He's looking downfield. Throws it up. Cheney catches it at the 10-5 touchdown. That's Owsley as he caught it over the middle and then got it into the end zone.
Owsley then just came across the middle. They weren't sure where he was. He caught the ball. I'm a little surprised they didn't get him for a little celebration as he dunked the ball over the goalpost after he scored.
Touchdown Hornets. As a Ardmore defense kind of, there was nobody there. He was just picked right up in the middle of the zone, and McClellan had all day to throw the football.
Well, it came across the middle there. He just caught a seam where he needed to be as Kurt Jones is in for the extra point, and they haven't been able to get this done all night long. They don't have 11 people on the field. Again.
Kurt Jones to kick. There's the snap. It's a good snap and hold. The kick is up. And good, as that's going to make it 38-27 your score.
What are the
Tigers
odds?
Lead.
What are the odds of an onside kick right now?
5:11 left in your game. We'll be back after this on 95.7 KKAJ. Say again.
The Ringling scores 54-21 with 2 minutes left.
Ringling?
Yeah.
Wow.
Lott MacArthur was up 14-0 at half.
Blue Devils, so is Ringling. They're both Blue Devils. Yeah, they're number 1 in Class A.
Welcome back to Tulsa, Oklahoma. 38-27 your score. As the Tigers lead it, and 5:11 left in the game, we have an area score we want to pass along to you. The Ringling Blue Devils.
The Ringling Blue Devils, the other team playing, are ahead 54-21 with 2 minutes left, so they're having no trouble advancing into what would be the 3rd round of the playoffs for the Ringling Blue Devils tonight.
Town and Country Pest Control kickoff coming your way next here as the Tigers come out, and I think you'll see some clock management here from Coach Lloyd and the Tigers.
Yes, you will. Right after we get this onside kick they're about to kick. I don't know, with 5:11 left, you don't know whether they're going to onside it. They got a great kicker. They think they might try to nail him down deep and hope for an error or a problem. But I got to think, that Booker T is going to do everything they can. Yes, they are. As for those of you at home, the kicker has moved it behind the 40-yard line. He's lined up to kick it from the press box side to the Ardmore side of the field. 10 players over there where he's going to try to bounce it up and hope they get it.
Now the Tigers move almost everybody up into the box to the left side. And now the ball falls off the tee. Right as they started to make their move, Jones quickly stops the team and backs them up. So, and here we go. The kick is up. It goes the 10 yards, and it's caught by the Tigers and brought down as number 33 makes the reception.
Marquise Booker.
See, he brings it at the 47-yard line is where he catches it and falls on it. Nice reception, nice catch.
Boy, I tell you what, you had to know they were going to try to do that. They bounced it up. You got to credit the big lineman there for the Ardmore Tigers standing up on that front line there. Could have reached up and tried to get it and didn't quite have the hands for it, and they let it get to Marquise back there, who just falls on it and gives Ardmore great field position at the 47.
No time expires. Still 5:11 left in the ball game. 1st and 10 on the 47-yard line in Ardmore territory as the Tigers looking to advance to the 3rd round of the playoffs. McAdoo pulls it down and keeps it. Goes over the right side. Hits the 45, crosses midfield, and then gets down to the 45 in Hornet territory.
8-yard carry there. Again, McAdoo just doing the things he needs to do. 4:55, and the clock is really becoming a factor here for this Booker T Washington Hornets team as they're letting it slip away.
And they don't really, I don't even know if they've got, what do they got, maybe one timeout left.
I believe that's correct.
As they can't stop the Tigers.
Ardmore setting up.
And they are 3 scores away, so, or 2 scores away, at least. I formation. McAdoo under center, as he has been all night. I don't think we've seen him in the shotgun, maybe twice. Hands it off to Harmon over the left side. He breaks through the 40, hits the 35, and he's still on his feet, and then drags a couple down with him as he goes down at the 32-yard line.
You gotta love Virgil Harmon. He says, give me the ball. He's got an intensity like not a lot of players I've ever seen. He wants to win.
Nursing that ankle all season long, and still comes out week in and week out and makes the plays.
Has the dirtiest uniform on the field. Doing everything he can. But the line, again, you can't say enough about the line as they've stepped up here and they've opened up holes that they needed to open up in Booker T's defensive line to make those things happen.
As Gresham comes out to the near side, along with Zelto Anderson in the slot, I formation. Pitch to Roberts over the left side. He hits the 30, 25, and puts his hand down and falls forward, gets all the way up to the 22-yard line.
Falls on the ball.
Twisted, but he is Roberts down as he spun and really didn't like the way that looked on his knees.
No, well, I think really what he had there is what we're looking at is when he stretched out, I think he may have had the ball underneath him and fell on him, and he just got a wind problem here as they're watching him and paying attention to him. That's sure what you hope. 3:43 left in the game here as they're paying attention to Roy, and the Tigers take a knee. Just going to make sure he's okay.
We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back after this on 95.7 KKHA. Hey, Phil, I'll tell you when to send it back. We're going to just wait and see whenever they lift him up or whatever will. Okay, he's up now, so.
If you're interested, with 2 minutes to go, it was 54-21 Ringling.
Yeah, we got that. Thank you. All right, you can send it back, Phil. No, send it back.
That's cool. Okay. I can hear you.
And welcome back as Roy Roberts up and on his feet and now walks off on his own power.
Everything's okay there. I think he just had the wind knocked out of him. He's just going for that little extra bit there, and I think he fell on the ball as he got a 9-yard rush. And really, as Ardmore moves down the field, Terry Long, they've got the ball at the 23-yard line, and the way, whether they score or not, they're in good shape as long as we take care of the ball.
Like you said, 3:43 left in the ball game. Now the clock starts as it was a running play. It was injury timeout. Now the clock continues to run, and the Tigers going to let it run down as far as they need to. As it'll be second down and about a yard. Weaver and Harmon in the I formation. Hand off to Weaver, and he's not going to get anywhere as number 76 shoots the gap, and that's Daniel Hawkins for the Hornets. It penetrates and gets everything he wants.
A little bit different as a running back versus a defensive back there as he kind of got nailed there, but he gets up and says, do it again, as Booker T has now called the timeout.
That'll probably be the last timeout for the Hornets. 3:12 left in the game, and 38-27 your score. The Tigers lead it. They're going to advance to the third round of the playoffs. As tremendous effort tonight from the entire Tiger team, offense and defense.
Well, I'll tell you what, Terry, as we're looking into to the playoff bracket, Lawton MacArthur has it finished off Claremore now 28-10 to move to the next round, and that's a team that the Ardmore Tigers have said since they lost. You know, it's a personal thing. These kids, it's one of those teams. These kids have not ever had a chance to beat or haven't beaten, and you know, they've kind of got that up on the wall that they want to see them again.
Well, and they feel they should have won that football game that they lost this season to the MacArthur.
13 seconds left in the game, and you got to credit MacArthur with a lot of heart and a drive down the field, but the Tigers want to see him again.
And I think it'll be a different ball game the next time as the Tigers come out after the timeout, and this will just about do it for the Hornets. 3:12 left in the ball game. Third down and about 3. McAdoo takes the snap, pitches to Lightsey over the right side, and he gets it back up to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a little bit more. If they're going to mark it at the 22-yard line, it'll be right at the first down marker.
Real close, and as Lightsey just has a little second effort there to try to get in and do the things he needs to do. Again, about a half a yard short, but Booker T has called a timeout again.
I don't know. They can't have that many more left. I mean, they had to call one earlier, and this is 2 in the last 2 minutes, or last minute, so 3:01 left in your game.
They're gonna bring the chains out and take a look and see where we're at.
Well, and this is a key down here. If Tigers get a first down on this play, that'll really just about do it. That
pretty much seal the deal.
As they do measure it. And it's going to be just shy of the first down, about a half yard. Not quite as close as it was that other time we had the measurement.
No, but I think at this point in time, the timeout has been called by Booker T. They're going to do the things they need to do. 3:01 left here, and I think you'll see Ardmore go for it here on 4th and 1. To try to seal it up.
Well, and even if you don't make it, you've got them down deep enough in their own territory. You don't have to worry about you can't punt it.
Well, your field goal range here, but again, you run the risk of letting them in, getting a block, and picking it up and carrying it the other way. And I think it's probably going to be pretty wise here to see what we can do to just go get this first down.
Now I think the Tigers take a timeout. They want to talk it over. They don't like what they see. We'll take one as well. We're back after this on 95.7 KKJ.
What a turnaround.
30 seconds. Kind of wish Mike was back up here. I'd send it down to him for a sideline report. I sent him down there a little early to tell the coach we wouldn't be able to do the interview. And
you kind of hate that.
Yeah, I know it.
I'm just glad we've got film up there.
You'd love to get him after this one.
Well, you'll have him Thursday.
And I'll get everything. I mean, Tiger Talk's going to be easy this week.
Yep.
Welcome back to Tulsa, Oklahoma. 4th and a yard. McAdoo under center. High formation. Handoff to the back as he's going to get the first down. And I'm trying to see, I think it was Weaver, the fullback.
It's kind of hard to see under that pile. They got it off pretty quick there. No, that's Virgil
Harmon. As he does get the first down, and that's going to move the chains, and that's going to put the nail in the coffin, as they say. As we have 2:57 until they move the chains and they start the clock. 38-27 your score. The Tigers lead it, and 4 new downs to work with.
Gonna set up a game tomorrow where you've got again Noble and Shawnee playing to see who gets to play Ardmore, and it'll be great fun.
McAdoo under center. Hands it off to, nope, now he keeps it, pulls it back out and goes down on the left side, gains a yard, maybe 2.
Well, see, there we go with that fake up the middle again that you thought was a fake, and there sits Virgil Harmon 3 yards down the field with the ball.
You know, you think you could see that with the binoculars, but you can't even see it. The fake, McAdoo sells that so well.
They both do. You never know who's going to have it.
And that's given the defense fits all night long because they've collapsed on the other ball carrier.
Well, it's caused some great opportunities there for Drew McAdoo because if they don't hit him every time, he'll go score on you.
gain of 5, as now the ball is on the 15-yard line. McAdoo under center. Pitch to Lightsey along the left side. Tries to cut back up, gets to the 10-5, gets down to the 3-yard line.
TJ Lightsey wants to score.
Man, he was giving it everything he had.
And again,
he just couldn't quite get there.
And he's showing everybody who's here to watch this game tonight that there's more dimensions to the team in the backfield than just Roy Roberts. Virgil Harmon's been tremendous. Drew McAdoo, and then you bring in a TJ Lightsey when you really need to set Roberts down to protect him a little bit, and he goes and tries to score. Minute 30 left in the game. It would be really nice at this point, Terry Long, to just put another one in and put an exclamation point on this and say, you guys thought you were the best team in the state, but we scored 45 on you.
McAdoo under center, I formation. McAdoo keeps it, rolls, and then gets spun around and dropped for a couple of yard loss. That's going to back him up at the 5-yard line. Let's send it quickly down to the Valero sideline report and see if Mike McGowan is down there. And Mike, well, we seem to have lost Mr. McGowan on the sideline.
Mike has really struggled tonight. I don't know if it's the field here. There's a lot of construction going on, and I think we might have some of that bleeding into our wireless mic down there to him, making it difficult to hear him.
The Valero sideline report is not only is he having trouble hearing us, we're having trouble hearing him now. As the snap from center goes over the left side, and it's going to be a gain of 2. Gets it back down to the 2-yard line.
And that's going to be the last play of the ball game because of the the play clock is 25. There's 18 seconds left in the ball game, so the ball game it's over.
Tigers win at 38-27 as the clock winds down, and that's going to be your final score as the Tigers have defeated the #1 ranked team in the state of Oklahoma, the Tulsa Washington Hornets. And a great football game, a great comeback for the Tigers in the second half. We're going to come back and wrap it up and give you the post-game stats right after this on 95.7 KKAJ.